are live. Need flannel. Can you guys say something so that I know that the audio is working? I'm so sorry. And they decide to mute themselves. Good job. Alright, anyway. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I don't know whichever you are in the world. But yeah. Welcome back to another episode of Call of the Abyss. A little reminder that this is an 18 plus stream, so please click out now if you are not 18 plus and you are not prepared to hear cuss words or learn about how sex works or drugs. That said, I'm gonna introduce the cast of members, starting with me. I am Rina, playing as Scarlett Leanne, and then we got Ethan.
Hearing me loud and clear, I'm Ethan playing Fletcher Wright, the gangrel.
Okay. I am Bully. I am playing Toledo, the Banu Hakim.
And I'm Lou, and I'll be your storyteller this evening. Why don't we start off with a quick recap? Where do we start? In our previous episode, the coterie managed to get back to the city and decided to ditch the stolen low rider. In the process of planning the completion of the mission, the gang discovered that the vehicle not only had some certain drugs in them, but also a box containing a mysterious painting. After a bit of frenzied feeding, a fake terror bomb claim, and other kin shenanigans, the students and the chaperones made it to the Blue Velvet to deliver the crates. Of course, not much to our surprise, many kindred, including Bronwyn, were very unhappy about the emergency protocols the city took. After a bit of striking a deal with the Malkavian, the coterie went home on their merry ways to rest for the evening. The next night, they were tasked to find a specific thin blood named Big B Rockmouth. To their surprise, Stuart tells them that they are allowed to participate in this Duskborn's blood hunt. The game ended with a bloody, one-sided fight, with the goon putting a gun to his mouth after saying sorry to his mistress. We'll pick up with, I believe, Scarlett and Toledo on the second floor of this dilapidated party house, while Fletcher and Frankie and Brian, I think, outside. Last scene we had was with Frankie in her wolf form chasing after that said thin blood. So, Scarlett and Toledo, you just witnessed this person put a 9mm into his mouth and pull the trigger. His brains were splattered all across the wall. There's blood everywhere. And the haze that enveloped him just dissipates away, leaving you there, alone, the two dead bodies, and what seems to be a chemical lab equipment. What do you guys do?
Now what? So,
The target. It was the one that went out the window.
yeah,
He jumped out of the window after seeing how Scarlett reacted to him. You know, she kind of just punched him really hard that he went to flee.
Wow, Lou, I was trying to roleplay that, but if you just want to jump
Sorry, that was...
No. Frankie, I think Frankie got him. Last I saw, she was mauling him to death. So.
Oh, good for her. I mean, that was strange. I wish I wouldn't have done that. Gesturing to the one who just shot himself. But I guess we're not really here for information gathering. We're here to eliminate a target, and I guess we did that.
Yeah.
Although this still seems a lot about. It seems like the other thin blood shit we've been dealing with, and I personally would like to put an end to it. Oh, shit. I'm gonna go check on Celia.
Okay.
I'm gonna run downstairs, because last I saw her, she was in monster mode. Make sure everything's okay.
As Toledo goes down the steps, Scarlett, as you maybe look around, you see from the window that Bigby has jumped out of. Frankie is viciously chasing him across the road near the abandoned train yard, and the dude is just screaming help, asking, pleading, but Frankie is just, kind of mauling his leg at this point. There's blood everywhere, but what do? Do you just stay up here? Do you jump out the window, try to chase after the target? After all, this was a task given to you. What do you decide to do?
If I'm going to, well, I trust Frankie to have it, but wait, did I see Frankie actually chase down or run down the guy, or?
From where you're looking, it's pretty dim outside, and they've managed to cross the road at this point into the abandoned train station. You don't know if Frankie has got him. After all, he is somewhat a thin blood, so he may have some vampiric abilities. But you want to make sure you can.
Yeah, I'm going to make sure that he doesn't overpower Frankie by any chance, and jump down the window.
As you jump down, you land on the ground, and you notice Fletcher in his human form. He's butt naked, as he's just transformed from a wolf back into a human. And you see this, Wolverine-looking guy who just disappeared from.
Just disappeared.
Just disappeared.
Let's fix that.
Let's go ahead and pause the scene there as it darts over to the inside. Toledo, as you make your way down the steps, you see Celia's arms kind of outstretched as so, her eye completely covered in black ichor. And the people in here, or the ones that were kind, are now just flayed out across. Their bodies are pretty much dismembered. There's blood everywhere. And she is reveling in this moment. You can see the ruthlessness in the way she is cackling. Well, she's not cackling, but she's, enjoying herself with killing pretty much all these gangsters.
You having fun?
You see that she's not even present. You see that one of her arms of Armin is now just, has picked up a guy. It's wrapped its, tentacles around that individual and is just smashing him over and over against the wall.
I'm gonna approach her. See if she lets me get close to her.
Can you just roll with insight 1 second? As you start walking in that direction, coming down the steps. So, what did you get? With 2 successes, you can tell that she is probably letting loose. Maybe she's facing some sort of compulsion, or maybe this is just the way she is. But as you approach her, her head kind of snaps towards your direction. You see the inky darkness in her eyes, but she does stop whatever she's doing as the guy's face is now like pretty much smashed in to the wall. She just looks at you stoically.
You there?
You see her eyelids close just for a few moments as she tries to fight it off. She shakes her head a little bit as she opens her eyes once again, and they return to their normal color as she says, "Fine.
It's a little better. It's over. It's over now. You to come back to me. You hurt? You all right? Give her a once over. She should sustain any injuries.
A few bruises here and there, maybe a few cuts, but nothing a kindred can't survive.
That wasn't your first time doing that, was it?
No.
That's all right. We could talk about this later. I just wanted to check on you.
But the criminals.
Get outside with the others. What?
They're criminals, so it's fine, she says. Sure.
Okay, we'll unpack that later. That's too much for me to get into it at this hour. Sure to head out. Make sure the others are okay. We'll clean up in here.
Where's Scarlett?
She's fine. She's upstairs. Rock mouth jaw person. He's out the window. I think Frankie's got him. She might need help though.
It's good.
Yeah.
Good.
No, you did good. You did good. Just make sure everything's all right. All right, head on out. Clean up in here.
She nods her head as she begins to step outside, and you remain within the dilapidated park house, Toledo. What is it that you'd like to do with these bodies?
Well, since you ripped them apart with shadow tentacles, I'm assuming this isn't gonna really look like a gang war or anything of a robbery of the sort. So we have to do a full cleanup. So I'm going to focus my blood, bite into my palm, and begin going to the bodies, rubbing a little bit of my blood on them and using ashes to ashes.
Let's see that rouse check. And there's about 4 or 5 bodies down here.
Success.
You're also going to melt away the dismembered body parts, and try to get rid of all the evidence using a bit of oblivion.
Yeah.
This is going to take some time for you to do, but I guess that gives us some time to dart over the camera to Scarlett's and Fletcher's direction, which he just made it back on time.
What a diva. If he's not in the scene, he leaves. As soon as he hears his name, he comes flying back.
We'll follow Scarlett's perspective at this point as she rewind time. She just jumps off in the second floor window as she superhero lands right next to Fletcher, who is once again, as mentioned, butt-ass naked.
Ugh.
You see that he has a big grin on his face as he's looking over in that specific direction where Frankie is making all sorts of animalistic noises as Bigby is freaking out and trying to get away from her as fast as possible.
Yeah, you might need to cover up or somebody might call the police that there's a pervert in the area.
Oh. What's the problem?
Just going to do that and then like run towards where Frankie is. It's like creepy, he's smiling there! Naked! What the fuck?
It's our natural state.
Oh! Nobody told me gangrels are weird. Well, the older ones. I only been around Frankie.
You have seen, well,
I have
usually when
seen,
Frankie
yeah.
does her thing, she hides.
Yeah, but she
but-
hides after she becomes human again. She gets all embarrassed. Not like Fletcher who's like grinning and proud and hanging.
In the case, as Scarlett just darts in that direction towards the train yard, Fletcher, what do? Do you just stand there, just kind of put your arms on your hips and kind of just...
For a moment, just feeling the air. Make sure everything's, don't get much opportunity to just stand around like this. Not very acceptable. So bask it all in, take it for a moment, and then see if I can take some clothes off of some of these boys. A jacket or something, or some pants, if they fit.
You know, there's some clothes laying around, some tattered ones, some bloody ones.
Perfect.
I'd be able to find some stuff inside as well. If you take a peek inside, you can see that Toledo is performing some sort of ritual or ceremony. Well, I wouldn't call it that, but it looks like he's doing some sort of ceremony with the dead bodies as the ashes, the darkness begin to envelop these dismembered bodies as they kind of just melt away the skin and bones.
That's pretty useful.
Oh, yeah, it is. Trick I picked up not that long ago, actually. Figured if we're gonna be creating a lot of bodies, it's nice to be able to get rid of them. I assume you just eat them or whatever.
Not really my taste, but a lot of us, yeah, like to pick the bones clean. Whatever's left.
How'd everything go outside? Frankie good? You got
Frankie is more than good. There's something inside of that girl that is very impressive.
Yeah, they really let loose tonight. Celia as well. Scarlett was a bit disappointing, but all the others seemed to do a good job.
So I saw. Seems like they really have the aptitude for violence, as our species tends to do.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I guess if you just point them at something and tell them to sick them, that's what these kids are good at. So hopefully they can find a good way to make use of that. Right people will make use of it.
It seems they've made up for last time, somewhat a little bit.
Yeah, they're heading that way. The rock mouth. You alive?
Dunno. Up to Frankie. We'll see.
Curious. One of them we caught took his life before we captured him or did anything. They're hiding something, obviously.
Smart boy. Things we would do to those thin bloods ain't worth sticking around.
You got a problem with the thin bloods too?
Most of the camp does. General. Nothing new here.
Yeah, I just didn't know if you fell in that camp. Good to know.
I hate a lot of people, General. I think we'll get very familiar with that pretty quickly.
Also good to know. I don't really have an issue with them, but I found myself having to terminate a large amount of them since I've been here. They're in the drugs. But it's a whole thing. You don't care about that. All right, I'm going to look around here. Actually, I don't know if this is an offensive stereotype, but I assume you're good at like sniffing around and finding things.
I mean, it's a stereotype that is there for a reason. It's true. But I might put on some clothes first, if you don't mind.
Oh, yeah. Whatever makes you comfortable. Yeah, do that. If Scarlett sees you like that, she's going to make a whole thing out of it.
Yeah, they've already seen everything. Nothing to the imagination anymore.
All right. Once you get some, what do you call them? Trousers.
Yeah.
You want to meet me upstairs and have a look around. I think that's where their setup is.
Sounds good. Look around for some pants. Any kind of pants.
You'd find them, well, if they're not melted yet, you'd find some tattered jeans here and there, some booty shorts if you're into that. But there are just a few, dirty, raggedy clothing, splayed out. But as you guys do your thing, Toledo finishes cleaning up, and Fletcher cleans himself up, putting some clothes on. We'll bounce the camera over in Scarlett's direction. As you finally reach the other side of this road, you can see that Bigby Rockmouth, the old man, is trying his best to run away from Frankie. She's in her wolf form, just to remind you, and she's pretty much. It looks like she's enjoying this as she stalks her prey slowly and chases after him. He's now screaming. He's wounded. His leg is dragging it behind him, and he is just in a really bad shape, trying desperately to get away from Frankie and soon, I guess, you.
I yell, Frankie, bite his leg so he can't run.
You can see Frankie kind of growl just a little bit before she takes off once again, dashing a few meters ahead and just mauling Bigby once again as he falls to the ground. She starts, biting his leg. She starts tearing off flesh. There's blood everywhere, and he's just screaming, pleading for help. Just don't kill me, dude. I'll tell you what you want. Just don't kill me.
And I approach and then just tell Frankie to I just raise a hand for Frankie, and then I crouch down near the guy. Well, actually, I put a foot on the guy's. Is he on his back or is he crawling away, trying to crawl away?
Oh, he's on his butt, and he's just basically trying to back away.
Oh yeah, I put my foot on his chest so he'll be trapped. Then go so. What do you know?
As you're doing this, Scarlett, I need you to make a wits and insight roll.
I'll rouse the blood wits.
I don't see it. Did you roll? Okay,
Yeah.
with 3 successes, you can tell he's up to no good, which allows you to go ahead and make a strength and athletics check.
Alright.
Because as you look at him, as you start putting your foot down on him, you see just for a moment, because of your 3 successes, his eyes dart from you and Frankie. Frankie is now backed away as you move forward in front of her, and you can see Bigby's right hand do a particular motion as he sweeps across the ground, and he uses the ability he used earlier. Your DC is 5.
Did I do this? Is it still the same scene or a different scene now?
This is the same scene.
Okay, so
Well,
my
it's
prowess
a
is
new
on.
scene.
Oh, it's a new scene.
It's a new scene.
I
so.
rerouse my blood to prowess.
With 2 successes, he has 3. Well, I guess 1 over you with your prowess. As he sweeps across the ground, you feel that pressure once again. And this time, you guys don't tie. He actually wins out, and he pushes you with this far reach, and you back away a few meters as you get thrown into Frankie. And Bigby takes his time to just get up on his feet and run.
Wait.
You are knocked into Frankie.
So his legs weren't injured at all.
With your 3 successes, you can tell that he probably healed,
Okay.
as he is still a vampire and he can rouse the blood to heal himself. But yeah, he makes he's not very fast, but he's just limping a little bit, and he's running towards the inside of this train yard. You can see that there's darkness inside. There's debris everywhere. There's scaffolding that's scattered around, but he does go into this man-made, hole against this brick wall, and he just dives in. You hear a bit of noise as he weaves and coughs of whatever's going on with him. But you and Frankie are momentarily stunned as he is thrown you into her.
I roll and then look at Frankie and then kind of gesture towards to the guy, and then I soaring leap towards the direction.
You're going to soaring leap. Okay. Before you do, you would notice that Celia is also running in this direction. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, you soaring leap.
Yeah.
Yeah, you managed to soaring leap about 50 meters. Oh, not 50. That's way too long. About I guess 5-10 meters ahead, and you almost catch him, but he does manage to dive inside the man-made hole through the brick wall, and he is now inside the abandoned train station. You can hear the echoes of his footsteps all around the entire interior of the place, but Frankie and Celia managed to catch up to you. You chase after Bigby?
Yeah. Well, I call out to Celia and Frankie to go around, to split up as I
Ooh,
chase. So we'll try to held him.
Perfect. Okay, it's a pretty good plan. As if they, block off the entrance points of this place, you might not have a place to leave. So, as you walk in, as you go through this man-made hole, you see that inside it is just piercing darkness. There's no light. Well, there is a bit of light that's cascading from that dim light on the street lamps outside, but it's pretty dark in here. Do you have Eyes of the Beast, Oblivion Sight, Heightened Senses, any of that? Well, might be a little difficult for you to see here. All your awareness rolls would be at a -2 from here on out. So, as you walk in, I'll actually go ahead and roll that, just to see how much you can tell apart from the silhouettes here. Yeah, wits and awareness, please. Wits or resolve, whichever's better for you.
What's in this one?
Did you subtract -2 from that?
No.
Okay,
Oh.
let's go ahead and subtract 2 from that. So that is 6 successes. Yeah, there's 6 successes then. Since you did get a, success on every single die there. So with 6 successes on a crit, Scarlett, you are able to see and pierce through the darkness yourself, your eyes. You don't know how you're doing it, but there is just something about the darkness that seems familiar, and you can see through it. As you walk in, you notice that there is debris everywhere, as mentioned, scaffolding spattered around, trash everywhere. It smells like someone has peed here, maybe an animal, maybe multiple animals. It's rancid. But with your 6 successes, you hear him just echoing all throughout the chambers of this abandoned train yard. The echoes of his footsteps seem to be descending deeper and deeper into the train yards, perhaps on the sub-level, maybe lower than that. But you do hear him heaving, wheezing, and breathing really heavily.
Probably tracking by scent as well. I'm pretty hungry. He smells like blood.
He does smell like blood. What's your hunger at? 4?
4?
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. But we'll keep that in mind. But yeah, do you just proceed and follow him?
I follow him.
Okay.
Probably using soaring leap occasionally.
Yeah, just hop from one place to another, and with your soaring leap, I believe you are able to catch up to him because he does not have any celerity to run away. Also, he's injured. So as you dive deeper and deeper into the train yard, you can see that the corners of the walls here are pretty much beaten down. The walls themselves have holes in them. The brick wall is falling apart. The ceiling has a few holes punched through them. There is the structure of this place is just pretty much falling apart, much like the dilapidated apartment party house where you guys came from. Eventually, you make it to a staircase that leads downwards into what seems to be an even more dark place. With your 6 successes, as you dive further in, you hear Bigby talking to someone, pleading for help. Kill me, they're gonna kill me. Please, just I'll do anything you ask. I'll do anything, he says maniacally. As you round the corner, I imagine you've got your back to the
Yeah.
wall and trying to just listen in to whatever conversation he's having.
No, actually,
hear-
I hear that, and then I just go out and actually look, like just casually walk out. I want to see
You're gonna
what the
reveal yourself?
yeah.
Are you sure?
Whenever you ask me if I'm sure, it makes me hesitate.
I'm just saying.
This area is completely dark. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Can't I peek?
Okay, so do you want to peek or do you want to just
Peek.
show yourself
Peek.
to whoever he's? Okay, I need you to make a dexterity and stealth roll, please. Do you have any specialties or anything? Or
Mm,
do you have any specialties or anything you can add to that? Because it's 0 successes.
yeah.
You sure?
I'll just read.
You can't reroll because that was all hunger die.
Yeah, nothing.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, your original plan was just to, peel away from the
Because I
wall and
just
just
walk out.
feel yourself. Here is what you see. Well, here's what you hear first before you peel away from the wall and reveal yourself as you turn the corner. As you make your way there, you hear Bigby sort of have this frightened scream as he says, no, please, no! As you hear a disgusting, as if someone's neck got disgustingly twisted. You hear a thump. Body fall to the cement. And this is when you reveal yourself to the silhouette at the end of this hallway. It is rather, well, it's not too tall, but it's not short either. The stature of a shadow that seems to be towering over the body of Bigby. Creature, whoever this person is, whatever it is, walks forward to the body. You see that there is a silhouette of their long, dark hair, their gown or dress or whatever they're wearing as they walk forward. But they're just enshrouded in darkness. And you can't see through it, as mentioned, because you don't have Oblivion's sight or any other thing you can see through the darkness. But as this person looks at the body, their eyes dart over your direction, and the shadows begin to ripple behind them. You almost feel it in your own bones, Scarlett, as a silhouette smiles.
What did the silhouette do?
You can't see their face, but you can tell that they're smiling. You can feel through the atmosphere of the room that they're pleased with themselves.
Okay, then I just walk away. My target is done. I am leaving.
You do know you need evidence to
Ah,
to prove that you guys did the job. So
Hmm. I raise both hands, approach him slowly. I just need an evidence that this guy is dead.
you still can't see their face or what their body looks like. You just know that they're just enshrouded in shadows. See the vibrations against the wall ripple once again as more of the shadows begin to warp and envelop you, encasing you in this sort of dark ebony room. Why don't we have a little talk? You hear the woman's voice, a bit distorted, but you can definitely tell it is from a woman.
Okay. Then let's have a talk.
Tell me, what is a life worth to you?
Depends on which you're asking. Is it about, well, if you're asking about everybody's life, then I think it's just I've been taught that it's something that you need to bargain, use for bargaining. It's currency. Or do you want me to lie and tell you, oh, I really appreciate all life and I want to protect it?
You hear her voice echo throughout this room, reverberating against the shadow walls. You value your own, then.
Of course. Who doesn't value their own life?
Do you believe that you have to do everything in order to keep that which you value, then? She says, this time a bit more wispy, as if the words are being whispered into your ears.
Well, yes. Do anything to survive. That's what I've been taught.
You hear a shadow kind of whoosh over behind you, but there's nothing there as you look around. Very, very interesting. What is your name?
Scarlett. And yours?
As you ask that question, the darkness begins to dissipate once again, and it returns to its natural state. You hear her laugh softly once more. You almost feel a shadow touch your cheek as all of the unnatural darkness dissipates in that moment, and you're left with a dead thin blood in front of you. Scarlett? Scarlett?
Yeah,
Celia says.
I got it. I'm going out, just grabbing the teen blood and then grabbing the teen blood by the back of his shirt and then just dragging him up, dragging his body up the stairs.
Who are you talking to, Scarlett? Celia asks.
No one. just myself, you know.
Okay, okay, she says as she is actually on the, on the first floor. You're on the basement level. You see Frankie in her wolf form still just sitting next to Celia. As you pick
Alright.
up or drag Big B's body, do you just exit or do you have a conversation with either of them?
I actually asked Celia if Celia, have you ever tried stepping and disappearing with the darkness?
What do you mean? I can wrap myself in shadows like this, and she kind of just does she activates her shadow cloak there. You can see the unnatural darkness that's pulled out
Celia,
around her body.
when you do that, you have to make sure there's no cameras around.
I don't think cameras pick me up.
But still, can't be too careful. Yeah. Nothing. It's just that I'll ask Toledo about it. It's okay. Maybe they have more. They know more about it. Let's go.
There. I need you to make one last. Well, actually, your what's in the insight roll was 3 earlier, right? Let's stick with that. As you begin to walk out, you notice
no,
this.
what my wits and resolve was 6. Or was it the insight?
Insight. I'm asking insight.
Oh yeah, the insight.
I think it was 3 earlier.
Yeah.
With your 3 successes, you notice this as you begin to walk out. Celia drags behind just a tiny bit. And with your peripheral vision, you can see that Celia turns her head towards the basement area, inquisitively, as she shakes her head a little bit, knocking off the feeling that she's probably having right now. And she walks forward. But we'll bounce the camera over to Toledo and Fletcher as they finish up cleaning the place out. You guys get to the 2nd floor. I believe you wanted to check it out.
Yeah, this is like the lab, right?
Pretty much the lab.
We'll turn to Fletcher. Yeah. Actually, I probably still have some on me. Try to keep those around for investigation. I'll pull out one of the vials before. If you wouldn't mind looking around, see if you could find anything like this. It's this drug they're making out of vampire blood. And well,
That's
obviously the donors aren't exactly willing.
No, it's never a good sign when our blood's involved.
Exactly. So yeah, I just want to sort of tear through the lab and see what I can find.
Okay. I need both of you, if you bother, Fletcher, to make a wits. Or if you're gonna take your time with this, you can do intelligence and investigation. Or medicine. Let's see,
Also
with 2 successes.
I have too many hunger dice, so I can't really willpower that.
Oh, speaking of for hunger, there is a lot of blood in this room. So, I need you to go ahead and make a frenzy roll. And seeing the sight of blood. I think your DC will be at 2 for hunger 4. Butcher, what's your hunger? At 1? Wow.
1.
You're very much sated.
Had some delicious snacks earlier in my animal form.
Okay, yeah, with 3 successes, Toledo, you manage to keep your cool together. The blood looks tasty, but you got your eyes set on the prize here. There's a task at hand. But with your 2 successes, Toledo, as you look around, you can tell that there's about 2 or 3 desks here that are filled with chemistry equipment. There's flasks, there's vials, there's all sorts of Bunsen burners, all chemistry equipment that are pretty much just loaded with all sorts of ingredients. There is still a pot that is burning, and it is just bubbling, and you can smell that there is some sort of nitrous fluid in there. You can't really tell, but everything here looks like mad scientists' makeshift lab. With those 2 successes, you can tell that none of the powdered substance that you gained from last year is present here. It's all just stuff that actually looks like Chester's.
Yeah, they're doing the is there any thin blood in the city that is not a drug dealer? That's all I want to know. I just want to find one that's into like fucking anything else than making drugs.
Probably in the wrong city.
Look, drugs are fine, just not fucking drugs using our blood. Clear line they're crossing. Anyway, I don't know. You think we should just burn this shit down? Call it a night? A drug house that caught fire? That seems pretty standard.
Pretty standard. Your chemistry stuff goes wrong. I don't know. I studied physics. I don't know any of this.
Yeah, I'll do that. I mean, I cleaned up pretty well, but I was like a nice fire just to make me feel better, so I don't have to really worry about the masquerade.
All right. You do that. I'm gonna get as far away from any potential fires as possible.
I forgot most of us aren't big into fires. They don't bother me as much, but I've had my trials and tribulations.
You are quite special, General.
Special General?
No.
That's too many names.
No.
I'll wait for him to take his leave. And, I want to do a couple things.
Heading out.
The first of which is there's bodies in this room that I have not ashed. I would like to drink them since I am able to drink non-fresh blood. I would like to do that.
Oh, these are pretty fresh. But yeah, go ahead and there's 2 bodies here. One of them's brainless. The other person, I believe, you decapitated. So yeah, you can go ahead and slake your hunger down to 1.
Sweet. Okay, I'll do that. And then assuming I could find something in here that I could start a fire with.
Yeah, there's a Bunsen burner.
I'll just set things up to where it'll catch fire. If there's any sort of accelerants around, I'll place them near where the fire will start. I'll hop out the window because that's the coolest way to exit this.
Oh, anime. Okay. Yeah. Fletcher, with your 2 successes, as you go down the staircase, perhaps because the place has been cleared out, because the furniture is, the people are no longer here, the corpses, there is a little cubby you find just below the staircase. Cubby that perhaps you can crawl through if you open it.
Yeah, let's see what's inside.
As you pop the cubby open, it is very small, as mentioned. It's almost like only like a small animal, like a dog, can fit through here. You can tell that there is a ladder leading downwards.
Let's hold off on burning this place, Toledo? General, just for 2 seconds. Calling upstairs.
Yeah, I assume I would have heard that before. Since I had to eat some bodies, I'll just... all right, you just give me the signal. Did you find something?
Yeah. Passageway under this house.
A secret passage? Oh no, I'm checking that out too.
That's a spirit.
Yeah, and I'll wipe some of the blood off and eagerly head downstairs.
Okay. As the both of you descend the ladder, as mentioned, it is very, very dark. I believe Fletcher has Eyes of the Beast, right?
Oh, yeah. Activate Eyes of the Beast.
Okay. Your eyes are glowing red at this point. And you can, as you go down the stairs, it's actually a pretty long way down. It's at least 15 feet. The pressure is different down here, and it's very cold. Can't tell if it's unnatural. Maybe it is natural. It's just whatever to you. You don't really care your kindred. But as you go down the steps, you can tell that it's leading you to another shaft. In the shaft, there is an entryway, like a small cubby door that you can crawl into, perhaps. And as you just pop it open once again, using a bit of your strength, you can tell that inside is like a makeshift chamber room. With your Eyes of the Beast, I don't need you to make a roll for any wits and awareness here, because as you walk in, you can tell that it is, as mentioned, a makeshift room. It looks like a cave. There is some furniture here and there, some couches. Well, actually, just one like really dirty couch on to the left. There's another chemistry table to the right, but on the far end of the wall are two individuals chained up against the wall, stakes in their chest.
General, we got two staked far wall. Someone's into some kinky shit.
Hang on, I'm just feeling around for the light switch here.
Right, yeah.
Is there any light source I can find? If
Oh,
not,
yeah.
I'll just
A lighter.
use my phone.
Okay, yeah, that works perfectly fine. Yeah, turning your flashlight on, and you can pretty much see what Fletcher is seeing right now. There are two half-naked people against the wall, and it's very reminiscent to you, Toledo, as you've pretty much witnessed, you've seen something like this before. But these bodies are fresh. Well, you'll see.
But, excuse you. Yeah, I've seen this before. Those are the unwilling donors I was talking about.
This cannot stand. I'm glad we killed all these pieces of shit.
Take a... Yeah, we should get him out of here. Just in case there's someone important in the city.
Just in case I'm gonna activate toughness. Just in case.
See the Ross check. And he feels
Hungrier.
it's a little bit hungrier. With two hunger, it's clawing at your throat, but it's very, very manageable. You are a gangrel after all, and you all are the most harmony in comparison to most clans. The beast, rather. But yeah, as the both of you push forward, Toledo investigating with his flashlight, you can tell that these people, they don't look like they're whites. They don't look like they're mangled or they're, deformed in any way whatsoever. They look very, very humanoid.
But both are still staked, right?
They're both staked. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so keeping the stakes in, I'm just going to try to unchain them, and whichever way we need to do that.
Yeah, pull out my knife and start banging out the chains. See if I can maybe even use my strength to rip them apart.
Okay. Easily. You can do this. As the both of you draw closer and closer, you can see that one of these individuals, she's just in her underwear. She has very thin blonde hair. She has, well, you can't see her eyes, they're closed, but she looks to be in her early 20s. She's a very curious demeanor about her, and doesn't look like she's hurt in any way. There's no bruises or anything except for the few cuts that are on her wrist. Perhaps you can tell that this is where they drew the blood from, if they were drawing blood from them. But on the other side, to the left, is a man who is maybe in his early 30s. He's, as mentioned, half naked. He's like in his work clothing, or work slacks rather. He's he has no shoes on, and he kind of smells really, really badly.
Don't recognize either one of them though.
The one on the left, the man, you don't recognize him, but on the one on the right, the woman is who you're looking for. The person in the folder in the mission, that seems to have disappeared, and Bigby was suspected of taking her.
Yeah, no, there's people looking for these. This one at least, probably him too. Let's unstake him somewhere else, though. I don't want to have to explain what the hell's going on. I just want to burn this place and go.
Yeah, I agree. Let's get him out of here. Hoist him over the shoulder.
Yeah, I'll grab the other one.
Yeah, as both of you, well, it's gonna be really tight squeeze thing up, but let's just say you managed to get out of there and rescue these two people, dragging them. They don't care. I mean, they're in torpor, so if you just drag them around, hit their head a few times against the ground or the ladder or something, they
won't know.
They won't know. But in any case, as the both of you get upstairs or make it back, you can see that some of the neonates have returned. Brian is just sitting on a nearby couch, all bloodied up. He's smoking a blood joint. But Scarlett, Celia, and Frankie return as they kind of come back to the living room area of this house as the both of you exit from the little cubby area.
Yeah, and then I tossed the body towards Toledo.
Good work, Scarlett. Do you have any trouble?
No, not really. Can I drink him?
Oh.
I mean, he's a corpse now, and I'm really thirsty.
No. Actually, yeah. Just don't drink all the way. You can control yourself.
I ain't gonna tell
While you do,
don't.
while you do that, I need to I pat around and I pull one of my stakes from my side. I'm gonna have to stake Brian real quick. I keep telling him not to do that, and he won't stop.
Whoa! Come on, I did most of the work here.
What? No, I thought we had an agreement. I've told you numerous times, and you keep doing it. So I assume you wanted to be staked. Is this not what we're doing?
One of the guys had some. I couldn't just let it go to waste.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. And I just can't let you do that. So I'm just gonna stake you real quick. Solve both our problems. I'm gonna walk up.
He starts running away.
Oh yeah, I'll just let him run. I'm feeling a little shit. All right.
Brian. Yeah, I'm going to go in and drink this person.
Who? Bigby?
No, yeah.
What's your hunger at?
4.
Let's see that frenzy roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch closely, see if I have to pull her off.
I think
Done this
DC's at
before.
3 for feeding. 2 at sight, 3 at feeding or taste. Do that frenzy roll and see if you diablerize this thin blood.
3, right? You said 3, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
3 successes. All right.
I thought people have to be
On the
alive.
dot. Yeah. Well, actually, yeah, he is pretty much dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
Well, he's not. He's in torpor because
okay.
technically he has vampiric resilience, so he didn't die.
But he didn't.
Die. He's in torpor. Sorry about that. But yeah, as you start drinking him, how much blood do you take?
Just towing the line, like Toledo said.
Sure, absolutely. I mean, with 3 successes, you can control yourself, but you get really close to it, Scarlet. As you begin to drain this thimble dry, his blood tastes a little off. You've tasted kindred vitae before, like Brian, Celia's, Frankie's,
Toledo.
and it's Toledo, yeah, Toledo from last night. And it's very, very sweet, very flavorful, but this pales in comparison. It's better than human blood, but it's not as good as kindred vitae. That's all there is to it. And maybe because of the taste, you manage to control yourself, and you can slake up to 3 hunger, as he does. Yeah. You just drained him pretty much. He has no vitae left in his system.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that tastes.
Toledo and Fletcher, as she's doing this, are you guys doing anything in particular, or?
I'd be watching closely to make sure she controlled herself. That was it.
Wait until she's done, and then I'll comment. Yeah, not great, is it?
It's like spoiled milk. What about the spoiled
for me,
milk?
it's
The after. Ugh.
for me. It's like when you put Kool-Aid in a glass, you dump it all out, and then you put water in it.
Oh.
It's so watered down, it's not even worth it.
Wait,
Yeah,
you've
exactly.
drank Teen Bloods before?
Yeah, Cam's okay with it. I've done a lot of things, Scarlet.
Oh.
I'm pretty old.
Yeah, you are pretty old. You don't even have a cell phone. Do you have a cell phone now?
Speaking of, I might need your help buying a cell phone. Because I don't know what this Instagram Nokia stuff is.
Yeah, it's Toledo. He's been
General.
Yeah, no, Scarlet doesn't even have a good phone. I
prefer Nokia.
I'll hook you up with
It's
the
like
phone.
Thank you.
phone.
It's embarrassing, Scarlet. I would not be caught dead with anything but this. I'll flash my iPhone.
It's cool.
But yeah, I mean, it's cool if that's like your vibe, if you're into the retro thing. But look, the rest of you is not retro. You need it's either your whole vibe
Oh, listen,
or
I have the retro biker jacket from Dome. I've got a retro phone.
you need to figure out your look. That's all I'm saying. You need to fit, but you're young, you'll fall into it. I got my look, my drip's flawless. Head to toe, I'm one consistent vibe. You got to figure yours out too.
And then I'm just
Why would
staring.
you-
I'm just staring at the cowboy hat, like.
Well, why would you be dripping, General? I don't. That doesn't make. It's not raining. It doesn't make any sense.
Fletcher, my boy. We'll get to that. Step 1, I'll get you a phone. I'll tell you some things to Google.
Who says
Be good.
dripping?
I might be cooler than all of you, even the young ones.
Yeah.
Matt Bryan's pretty cool, but he's a fucking mess. All right, we gotta go. I need to set this place on fire. Let's go. Someone carry. I'll point to the body I carried up. Carry them out. I'll do the fire. All of you get a safe distance. Let's get the van ready to go.
Can we eat them?
Who is this?
Celia. I'm really hungry.
See ya. The 2 we brought up?
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. These are kindred that need our help.
Oh, okay.
Celia, full-blooded kindred, off limits. But if they're a little diluted, then do what you have to do.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
She says.
Wow.
I'm if you are comfortable drinking from me, I can offer you a taste. My blood's a little thicker, so it'll satiate more of your hunger. If it's an emergency.
Or you drink. You can
Obviously
drink
we-
from me, Celia, if you want.
No, you guys need to stop drinking from each other.
Yes.
I could keep track of how many times people drink from me, and I won't let it be a problem.
But it's
No
fine.
one's drinking from anyone. That's not what we do in the camp.
You see Celia kind of elbow Frankie a little bit in this moment. He said no drinking from him.
Yeah, let's go back. Both of Just grab a body and then let's go back into the van. This is a lot.
General, have these kids been drinking from each other?
Yeah, they have. And some sort of weird, kinky college experiment shit they've been doing for fun. They think it's a joke.
Fighting was involved, so it was fun. Brian yells out from the window outside.
I'm gonna go to the van, get my fucking sniper rifle, and cock it and aim it at this prick. Start running!
He just yells out as he begins to run away. He pops obfuscate on as he turns the corner.
Fucking dickhead.
Uh,
None of this. No more of this. That
Yeah.
is gonna get you an instant fail in the cam because that's Sabat behavior and we don't stand for that.
oh, we didn't know it was a bad behavior.
Right, now you do? No more. Because I say this a lot recently. I've only met you guys, what, a night, 2 nights ago? I will kill you.
That's it?
Yeah. Yeah.
That,
Yeah, he definitely reminds me of Logan.
yeah, it's Wolverine. We should just call him Old Man Logan, that's it. Easier to say.
Old man Fletcher.
I'm gonna shoot the sniper rifle straight up into the air. Everybody,
Okay, now
bang,
we need to go.
shut the
That's-
fuck up and let's go.
That was loud. Police are gonna. Okay, everyone, let's go.
Okay,
Get in the van. Stop
okay.
kicking on old man Fletcher. Let's go.
Old Man F. Oh,
No, that's FPT.
I will fire this
Yeah,
thing
we-
again, I swear to God.
let's go, let's go.
As you guys pile into the van, you can see, well, your driver. Well, who's driving?
I'll drive. After setting things up for the fire, I'll go out and
Okay.
I'll be the one driving.
Guys, I imagine Fletcher is on the passenger seat while Toledo in the driver's seat, and everyone else is in the back. Pile of dead bodies inside, back of the van. Shut the door, and you take off. After a few minutes of driving from the downtown area, not downtown, from the south side of Chicago area, you would notice that you guys are missing one person.
You guys forgot
Brian?
Brian.
No, he knows how to get back.
Oh my god!
I didn't forget anybody.
Uh, can somebody text Brian? Frankie, can you text Brian? Tell him to just go back to the university.
She nods her head as she kind of looks at her phone and she says, just looks up and down at everyone. Do you guys have any signal on your phone? Apparently, she's the only one who has a cell phone here. Toledo's driving, so unless you want to take a peek at your phone. There's-
Yeah, I'll look at my phone, see if I have a signal.
You see that it's the signal is going haywire. Going up and down.
I just glance at Celia. I mean, Brian's a big boy. He knows how to get home.
Can I borrow that for a second, General?
Yeah, I'll hand him my phone.
I want to use it like a radar and like slowly put it towards Celia and then slowly bring it back.
It just you can see if he has a smartphone, you can see that the screen is beginning to flicker the closer you put it in the back seat area. And as you pull it back, it flickers less, but the signal is just going up and down.
See, I'm not a very smart man, but figure it out yourselves and throw it at the General.
I bring out my flip phone and then throw it at Frankie. Try my phone. If there's signal.
What is it? It's Brian's fine. I want to hear about you guys the guy ran off, right? What happened? I want to know what happened.
Yeah.
How'd you do it? How'd you get the final blow?
Well, Frankie bit at his leg, so he was limping. And then he used his weird
Nice.
hand thingy, and then it threw me off to Frankie, and then he ran away towards.
Weird hand thingy.
Yeah, he did this.
Like telekinesis?
Yeah, it threw me off. Like he just did this thing, and then it threw us off. I don't know.
Oh shit.
I
That's
didn't-
pretty cool. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, he does that. You do that. You got knocked back, dug your heels in the ground. Then what happened?
Yeah, I asked Celia and Frankie to go around and block off the entrances, and then I chased him towards the abandoned warehouse, and then we went down, and then he was dead, and then I dragged his body up, and then it was done.
Started pretty cool, ended pretty lame, but all right.
English is hard, Mr. FPT.
I wanted like a blow by blow, like what, like you liked. Was it like going with a flying kick? Was it like uppercut? What happened? He looked pretty messed up. Hey, what does the body look like?
The mangled remains right now is pretty dry. His head is disgustingly twisted off to the side. His right leg is full of bite marks, and he's, it's like someone chewed on his leg with razor sharp teeth.
Wasn't like the head twisted or something? I don't remember.
Yeah, it's twisted 180 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah, his head was
Yeah, so
twisted.
Damn, that's a pretty brutal finisher. You got to start thinking of sort of your signature moves too. We will be known for.
What the fuck?
And honestly, that one's got some.
Is that why you
got some
keep
staying
saying what you're doing out loud before you do it?
I don't do that anymore.
Yeah, but you do the ritual thing.
Yes, when I
then you say
started. Okay, yeah, but I say some things when I'm in the zone, but also you have to understand that that's how I do my blood rituals.
That's really cool.
I'm not Tremere where I'm like tracing numbers in the air. I literally evoke the divine power in our blood, and then I fuck people up with it. So, is it a little bit for style? Sure, but it's mostly utilitarian.
I use a gun. I shoot him.
See, Mr.
That works too.
It works really well.
It's very anime.
That's a really cool, guys. Frankie says, I
Yeah.
can turn into a wolf.
Yeah, Frankie, that's very cool.
And a bang up job you did, Frankie. Well done.
Yeah.
Smiles.
I'm not gonna do the thing where I say the words before I do it. Like Toledo.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't make sense for you because you don't know blood magic because you're dumb. So I don't. Why are we having this conversation?
I don't
No
want
one's
to
asking
learn
you to
about
say
your
these things.
religion thing. I want the cool stuff, like the wizards.
You want to be like a Tremere? I slam on the brakes.
No!
The momentum carries you all forward as he slams on the brake. Some of you hit your head against the dashboard or whatever is there in front of you.
Scarlett, I know you know the way. You wanna hop on a train again and get a ride on a train?
No!
That's what I thought, and I start driving again. Fucking
Bit of it.
Tremere shit.
Bit of advice, Scarlett. Don't talk about warlocks when there's a Bana Hakim around. They don't like each other.
Yes,
For good
we discussed
reason.
this in class. We had history, remember?
Yeah, but Miss Portia was cool, and she's a Tremere.
Oh yeah, she's
We
very
don't.
lovely.
You haven't seen Portia do anything. She's just super
Yeah,
hot.
but she's super hot.
I'll-
and
I'll
she
give her
cool.
that.
She's cool. She stands tall and she has a jacket and maybe she has
Oh, yeah.
cool magic too.
Oh my god, that's who you're trying to be. That's why you got the jacket. Nah, I see. You want to be like Portia when you grow up. You know what, Scarlett? I'm glad you found a role model. Sucks that it's a Tremere because but you know what? You seem to be used to being hated by everyone around you. So Tremere, that might be a good path for you.
What
I
am
think
I?
everyone likes Portia though, Miss Portia.
Yeah,
No,
Miss
they don't. They
Portia.
just pretend to because she's hot.
Oh, is that how it
That's
works?
true.
Yeah, unfortunately. We all wish she was a different clan, but is what it is.
Why did I?
That's
sign
going to be
up
in your
for this?
test, so remember that. Yeah, I'm just going to continue driving to the school.
I shouldn't have signed up for this. I knew I shouldn't have signed up for this.
Eventually, the four of you, the five of you, eventually get back to the Stuart Freeman Academy. You guys, pull up at the parking lot. You all exit out. It's pretty late in the evening. It's not that late. It's around 1-2 a.m. after all the stuff you guys did. But there are no longer any students out and about. I mean, there are some, but they don't pay you guys no mind, as I imagine you carry out the bodies back to the private library.
Yes.
You guys are, kind of walking out. You would notice that Miss Stewart is inside the library itself. You open a door, you plop the bodies just on the ground, I guess, of the library, and you shut the door closed. Miss Stewart examines the bodies expectantly as she looks at the both of you, Fletcher and Toledo, and she says, "Well, glad to see that all of you made it back relatively safely. How did everything go?"
Much smoother than last time. This is a group of killers we got here. Seems like they've sort of found their niche. The things that required a little more finesse maybe isn't their wheelhouse, but you point them at a target and they did very well, as you can see.
Interesting. Did either of you have difficulty controlling or containing them, since they're so used to apparently killing?
The students here? Is it just us?
Scarlett, would you have gone in? Frankie and Celia would have just stayed outside. So it's up to you if you want to walk in with them.
If Celia's not in there, then I would say Celia seems she's no stranger to letting her beast loose, but it all worked out just fine.
Yes, that poor girl has barely any willpower other than her faith in God.
Yeah, that's why it's very important that she winds up with someone who knows how to handle that sort of thing. I think I'll be fine.
Of course. Yes. She's had issues. Let's just say that. And she's gotten better over the time she's spent here. But in any case, these two bodies, I didn't know they were. We only know that there was.
Do you
one.
know who they are? They were kidnapped by Big B and his people.
They were under the basement.
Yes. Scarlett, are you in this room? Okay. You just remaining quiet on the side? Okay. Letting the adults do the talking? Okay, yeah. As Miss Stewart reaches over to one of the bodies, the woman, she pulls out the stick herself. And as she does this, the thin-haired woman takes one unnecessary breath as she comes back to life. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, she says as she looks at all of you bewildered.
Breathe. Relax. Center yourself. You're safe. You're fine. You're away from all those people.
Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, God. As she begins to exude more emotion and tears begin rolling down her cheek.
It's all right. You're safe
real
now.
tears or
Take some time.
blood tears?
Blood tears.
Use your
Take
words.
some time. Get your bearing. We'll have questions for you. Maybe let's give her some time though. Is that okay with you, Miss Stewart? You have some place she could stay, or you know where she's supposed to go?
You can tell without a roll that Miss Stewart is stunned in this situation. She looks at the girl very deeply as if she knows her. She runs her fingers down the back of her head as in a comforting way, and Miss Stewart just embraces her in this moment. It'll be fine, child. Gonna be fine. Hair over and over. As the girl just grabs on to Miss Stewart, shaking.
What about him? Gesture towards the other one.
I do not know him, but you might want to bring him to the sheriff.
Sounds good to me.
Consider it done.
I'd also want to tell Damien that you have completed the task that was given.
Understood.
Or anything else you need of us or the students?
Not at the moment, no. For now, I must take care of my former student. You can see
Would
the
I know
girl.
how to contact the sheriff or know where to?
I can contact the
I
sheriff.
can. Okay, well, he can contact the sheriff. I got his number,
Or
but it might be better for Fletcher to.
You know what? I think he might like hearing from you, Scarlett. That'd be cute. You should call him.
my line's a bit from A to B, then to the sheriff. If you have a direct line, that'll save some time.
Oh yeah, she's got a crush on him. They exchanged numbers. They went on a date together and everything. She even
No
played a little gig with him.
kidding.
Mhm.
Is that so, Scarlett?
Scarlett is a busy bee.
Buddying up to the sheriff, huh? Okay.
It wasn't buddying up. He was just
A
escorting
bit more
me.
than that. Escort, okay.
He
And
wa-
she's an escort.
Mm.
Oh my god, and I just walk out and try to find Celia. And Frankie. She's super annoying.
Well, you can just see that they're
they're
just
outside.
outside the library and they're just chatting. They're giggling and stuff as you hear the last bits of their conversation involving Brian being left behind comically.
Well, I send it. My God, I send a text to Damien. Found body. At the academy. You might want to see it.
If you're with Celia, you see the bars going up and down continuously.
Frankie, can you hold this and then walk away with it? Thank you. It will continue sending compared to a fucking smartphone. You just walk for like just go there and then walk back. And I
She brushes off her red hair to the side as she doesn't know. Oh, actually, you've probably done this before. As she says, "Fine," and she walks away a few meters, giving you some time to talk with Toledo and Fletcher and Celia if you wish.
Yeah, I sent a text to Damien. I don't know when he's gonna be here, but you know, he's gonna get here when he gets here.
Good old Damien.
Hey, Scarlett, let's go to your room. Let's have a talk real quick. You could come too, Fletcher. I want to ask some questions to this individual before the sheriff gets a hold of him.
Okay.
It's up to you if you want to be involved in that or not.
I like a bit of subterfuge, General. Let's go for it. Take the body.
Does it have to be
You
my
guys in your room? In your room, Scarlett? You guys go into your...
room? Yeah, this is gonna be weird. Oh my god.
Do you take Celia along or...
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
No.
Okay.
Celia, you'll want to stay in with Frankie.
Okay. She says, kind of with a raised eyebrow. But the three of you continue to Scarlett's room, which is down the hall to the right. As you plop the body to the ground, you can tell that this man is, as mentioned, in his mid-30s. And as mentioned, he's half naked, but he has slacks on and his bare feet. So his dark hair is very unkempt. Looks like he hasn't showered in weeks. But yeah, what do you guys do as Scarlett shuts the door behind her?
Yeah. So that's Scarlett, you have to remember Celia's very much a snitch for Miss Stewart. We don't want her around for this stuff.
Oh.
Not remember the whole thing with the Malkavian Club?
Yeah, but I thought it was a test to test you as a teacher and then to test me as a student.
Yeah, either way, I mean, so she's very much in Miss Stewart's pocket. We don't want to get her involved with stuff like this. That could get her in trouble.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just lean back
Hopefully-
at the door like that.
I mean, this person should be thankful. I don't see it being a problem, but I just want to talk to him. My own curiosity.
It's possible, depending on how long they've been there, they might be a bit hungry. So, depends. They might not be
Might
very willing to discuss. Exactly, Scarlett. Well said.
One way to find out. And I'll
Yeah,
take the
I'm
steak
staying near the fucking door.
He says as he just screams out in pain.
As soon as I take it out, as soon as he starts screaming, I'm firmly putting my hand over his mouth. I don't need him screaming. Right? Yeah, you're all right now. You're all right. Look around. Look around. You're in a very messy dorm. You're not captured or anything. We rescued you. We're at the
His
Camarilla.
eyes are filled with panic and fear, and the snowman is darts left and right. He starts trembling. He's trying to break away from your grapple. Well, not grapple, but you're holding him down, right? But he's just trying to back away, almost like a wild animal that's been cornered.
You're hungry? All right. I'll bite into my wrist.
No, please. He's well.
Okay,
he's
just
trying to
calm
talk
the fuck down then. If you're not hungry, why are you losing your mind right now?
He's like pretty much just covered. His hands are all over his face. He's like, I can't feel my face. I can't feel my face.
I'm gonna
so hungry.
slap him across the
I'm
face.
so hungry.
Beat me to it.
Wait, you smack him?
Yeah. You feel that?
I need you to roll strength and brawl just to see how much damage you do against this guy. Oh, okay.
Just one.
Just one. Give him a good smack. He has no resistance to this as he gets slapped in the face. He pauses for a moment and he begins screaming again.
All right. Do you want to talk? Say thank you, maybe anything like that, or you just want to lose your mind?
Why am I so hungry? Why am I so hungry?
Oh shit. Do you not? Are you?
Yeah.
He says, he kind of just looks at all of you, his mouth agape.
This,
The
They
curious thing
embrace this
happens.
motherfucker.
He has no teeth. He has no vampiric teeth.
he's a thin blood.
Oh,
It must
Oh,
have
baby
turned him
face.
without him even knowing what happened. Damn. Yeah, I'm just gonna. All right, it's all right. It's all right. Look at me, calm down, and I'm gonna re-stake him.
questioning him?
We're not gonna get anything out of him.
He doesn't
Doesn't
know
he just need to drink a human dry or something?
He doesn't even know what he is, so we're not gonna get useful information out of him.
Yeah, but what
Besides-
before him turning might have some clues.
I mean, the clue. I mean, they probably just took him. They kidnapped him and then embraced him, so they can then use his newly embraced blood for the. They're breaking every damn tradition they can.
Yeah, the progeny especially. Damien's probably gonna put him out of his misery. What a shame.
This is great. Now there's blood all over my room.
Wouldn't be the first time,
I'll
apparently.
verify. I want to take some of the blood from his wound and taste it. Use taste of blood.
Yeah, it's very similar to Colin's. If you still remember Colin's blood, it's exactly the same.
Yeah, thin blood for sure.
Okay, so now what? We just wait for Damien?
Yeah. You don't mind if I leave this body in your room, right?
No.
Give Damon an excuse to come in here.
Hmm?
All right.
Like, that's not the kind of relationship me and Damien
Y'all have a good night.
What's the
No,
word?
no,
Yeah, good luck.
Hold on, I have
Let
a
me take my
question.
leave.
Toledo,
I'll leave.
can you stay
Yes?
back a bit?
Yeah. What's up?
Wait, is Fletcher here?
Going to see Frankie and Celia.
Okay. So,
As Fletcher walks out, the camera sticks with Toledo and Scarlett as the door closes once again.
remember Colin Watts in that rooftop? Remember you guys
Yes,
were
I do,
fighting?
Scarlett.
We were fighting two individual.
Yes.
Is it common for Las Sombras to just vanish into the shadow? Because I asked Celia and she said she can't do it.
Why are you asking?
Just trying to
Scarlett, we've been through a lot of shit together.
yeah, I know.
Colin
there
Watts
was-
in particular. Like, I don't know why you're trying to hide stuff from me. I don't know what you think I'm gonna do against you. I'm not gonna screw you over. Just tell me what's up.
When we were hunting that guy, Rockmouth or whatever his name is, he went down to the basement and there was the individual wearing the same cloak. I think I didn't see the face, but it was a woman, and she killed our target. It wasn't you killed the target. She killed him by twisting his neck with the shadows, and then she vanished into thin air, into the shadows. So I don't know if it's a common skill or if it's the same person, or
I'm guessing that's the mistress.
yeah.
The one that seems to be pulling the strings that they're also scared of. And one of the two that were on that roof with Colin obviously is taken care of, Malkavian. She's probably the one that got away.
That's why I asked, is it a common skill within the Las Sombras to just vanish into the shadows, or
I mean, it's a more advanced skill, but it's certainly in the Lasambra's wheelhouse. One of the most frustrating things in the world. After spending weeks tracking one down, finally getting them, almost killing him, just for them to fall into a shadow, and you got to start the process all over again. Yeah.
so we're the ones who are in charge of the team blood and all the blood drugs are Las Sombras.
Yeah, and that's strange because the Lasombra, I mean, you know how the Camarilla like really shit on the Thin Bloods? Everyone's like, well, they're not good enough. They're not like us. They're not pure of blood. It's, I don't know, nothing I really subscribe to, but the Lasombra as a clan are really about like survival of the fittest and whatnot. So it's weird that they're working with the Thin Bloods. But it sounds like, it doesn't sound like they're working with them. It sounds like they're using the Thin Bloods as a tool. A sacrificial one at that. But one thing's for sure, it's causing a lot of problems in this city. And that is also in the Lasombra wheelhouse. So.
Yeah, the La Sombras don't exactly have a really good reputation, huh?
No, they don't. But I mean, and they're losing. The old days of all the different wars between the different groups, those days are coming to an end quickly. We get to the point where we need to sort of be kindred versus kind rather than kindred versus kindred. And the Sombra need to get with the program or be eliminated.
Okay.
So this person you ran into, they just let you go? They didn't put up a fight?
Yeah. They asked me my name and that's it. They just disappeared into the shadow.
They didn't say anything else that could be useful? They didn't mention anything?
Nothing that can be useful.
If they said anything at all, it could be useful, but we'll see.
They asked me what the value of what I think of life or something. And that's it. And then they
That's
asked my name.
And then they disappeared in the shadows?
Yeah.
And you say I am an anime person? That's anime villain 101. Say something that sounds a little profound and then disappear in the shadows? Alright, yeah. We might have just found my enemy.
Ah, yes. The mistress. He even have a really villainous name.
Yeah, honestly. The Dark Mistress versus Holy Toledo. And she knows I've been looking after you, so of course. God damn. Alright, it's all coming together. You know, I tried fighting this thing you were putting on me, but it seems like it's my fate and I might as well just lean into it.
Yeah, this is too much. Just and then I'm pushing Mr. Toledo outside of my room. Like just
Yeah, now I'll let her push me out.
The
I'm
body-
just saying again.
The body is just, you guys are just leaving the body there in Scarlett's room?
are you sure
Perfect.
that we shouldn't? Are you sure? It's like
Your
are you
boyfriend's
sure?
very strong. You'll be able to watch him like pick it up
No,
all
but-
easily and stuff.
He's not my boyfriend. It's.
Oh, I'm sorry. What do you guys say? You're just talking. I'm pretty hip, but I don't know. It's been a long time since I've dated, so I don't really know what you guys say. But hey, I'm rooting for you. It's a weird couple, but it's interesting. It'll be good gossip. Tell him I said hi. I'm on my way.
Yeah, I'm staying in
Yes.
the room.
At
Keeping
this
an
point,
eye.
we'll pause the scene there and we'll rewind time just a little bit to get back to Fletcher as he just left the room. You said you wanted to go to Frankie, right?
Frankie and Celia.
You said Frankie is a few meters away from Celia. She's just like in the courtyard while Celia is just back against the wall, tiptoeing, maybe pleased with herself. She looks like she's in a good mood. But Frankie is just holding the phone up like up to the air, trying to get signal or something. But eventually she puts it down and returns back to Celia. And that's when you come in.
Frankie, what are you doing?
Oh, because, no offense, Celia, but your thing makes movie nights very difficult sometimes.
You two did pretty well. Good job. Nice to let loose every once in a while, right?
Yeah, that was so fun, Celia says. I agree. That was so great. I got to Nico, I turned into a wolf and I just totally ripped that guy's legs off.
You sure did. Not bad, but next time, this is the weak spot, yeah? Like we always go for. Straight up there with the fangs. Take them out nice and quick.
Well, I wasn't sure if we were supposed to bring him back alive or not.
Better to ask for forgiveness rather than beg for permission.
The two look at each other, and it's almost like they understand what you're saying, Fletcher. They want to follow along with it. But they just nod their heads.
Impressive abilities, Celia. Very, very impressive. I've seen a lot of that shadowy stuff. I don't know what you call it, but it's rather devastating. So just like with fire, just watch how you use it.
But it feels really good when I use it to my own will. It's almost like they're a part of me.
I know. Extension of yourself, right?
Yeah, I guess so. And she kind of just looks at her hands. In this moment, Fletcher, you can see the shadows are, once again wrapping around her fingers like a snake. Speaking of the snake, Frankie's albino water snake is now just kind of looking in your direction, its head bobbing up and down.
Hey, Ghost. How is Ghost feeling?
Very, very excited. She's more excited than usual lately.
Why is that?
I don't know, maybe she's just in a good mood.
There is something in the air these nights. Maybe Ghost can feel it too. I know Max certainly can.
Where is Max?
I left him at home. I knew that something was going to happen tonight. And Frankie, what would you do if something happened to Ghost?
Her eyes.
That is exactly why Max is at home.
So maybe I should leave Ghost behind whenever we go on missions?
Only the really dangerous ones. I think Ghost also kind of wants to protect you as well. Ain't that right, Ghost?
You see him do the snake tongue thing.
Yeah. I think it'll be tough to unwind the two of you. Nothing wrong with that. You take care of each other. It's the way it is.
You hear the Nokia flip phone vibrating in this moment. As Frankie
The hell is
pulls it
that?
up. She answers it. She steps away from Celia, knowing that, Celia's probably going to cause a little bit of distortion and static. But she kind of waves you over, Fletcher.
Let's see what this magic box says. What was that?
It's the sheriff.
Hand it here.
She just passes it to you like a hot potato. Like she doesn't know what to do with herself.
Damien, my man, it's your girlfriend. How
Who
you
the
going?
fuck is this?
Don't recognize my voice, old boy. Fletcher. Yeah. You want to speak to your girlfriend?
Why do you have Scarlett's phone?
I don't know, honestly. Let me see if I can find it for you. Go into Scarlett's room with the phone.
I didn't know you were associated with Scarlett. And
Associated's a strong word. With Frankie, we're clanmates. Gotta take care of each other, ain't that right?
Oh yeah, that's right. Wineka told me.
Yeah, he knows one or two things.
Very strange of you to make appearance now, Fletcher. after all this time.
I know, but times are changing. I've got a phone in my hands. How weird is that?
Yeah, it's my brain's hurting from whatever the fuck is going on. I didn't expect you to use phones at all.
No, neither did I. It's very similar to a walkie-talkie, I think, so far.
Yeah, I hate them too. I hate the shit.
You and me both. Here, it's your girlfriend. I'll bang on the door with the phone.
Toledo, this is actually when you open the door after Fletcher just bangs.
It's your boyfriend.
Oh, perfect timing. I'm gonna grab the phone first if possible.
Okay, you snag the phone. You hear a little
Damien,
bit of
this
static.
is Toledo. I just wanted to say, Scarlett's been asking about you, so I hope everything's all right. She's really eager to talk to you. Here she is.
Wait, what the?
Scarlett.
You hand the phone over to Scarlett?
Yeah.
Okay. Scarlett, you pick it up.
I just hang up the phone. Just close
Okay.
it. You guys, he didn't. Did you guys even tell
hard-
him what's happening instead of?
That's your job. That's your
I don't
boy.
want to talk to your boyfriend. I can talk to him.
This is not about. And he's not my boyfriend. He's not my boyfriend.
Okay.
And this is about this stupid freaking. Then I just point at the body.
Scarlett, we'll
vibrating.
give you some privacy, and I'm just gonna slowly close the door.
Good luck.
You answer the phone. Scarlett is just vibrating.
I just. No.
Ghosting the sheriff. All right. Are you just gonna ghost the sheriff? That's cool. All right. So, what do you do, Scarlett?
Yeah, just stay inside the room and wait. Actually, no, I lock. Somebody has to keep an eye on this stupid body.
Well, it's torpor. It's in torpor, so
Yeah,
it's
okay,
not going
just-
anywhere.
I walk out, I lock the door, and then I just go and find Celia and Frankie because the two boomers are being mean.
Yeah, I imagine it doesn't take very long until you walk out of your room, and I imagine Toledo and Fletcher are just laughing about it down the hallway.
Probably.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
find them by the courtyard with Celia, Frankie.
Well, I'm just going to listen to whatever Frankie and Celia are doing, or watch them do whatever they're doing, or listen to them ranting, and I'm just going to stay silent and wait. Fucking stupid anime, fucking old anime. Probably
Okay.
casting in the Russian as well.
Toledo and Fletcher, do you guys do anything while you guys wait? Because he doesn't know what the hell's going on.
No, I mean, I think we took care of everything. I'm just gonna head home. Scarlett's got a phone. She's got the body. She knows who to call.
I would like a phone though.
Right. I'll get you one like Scarlett's. Start you off easy. You've literally never had a single cell phone.
I've had a single button. You press it, you talk into it, then you let go, and then they talk to you. If you could get me something like that, that'd be great.
Yeah, you really want a walkie-talkie, don't you? Yeah, I'll get you one that's like that.
Thank you.
All right.
Start me off slow. The more buttons, the more anxious I get.
Yeah, we'll start you in the shallow end, and we'll slowly work you out, and you'll be swimming with us sharks.
Sounds like a plan. General,
Sarge,
you have a good night.
you too. Then, yeah, I'll head to the old haven.
Okay, so you just go back home, Toledo. Fletcher, you also just go home.
Gotta make sure Max is okay. Yeah.
All right. So Toledo, how are you going home?
How did I get here? Ride share? Which I don't have. It's been a few sessions. I think I just got a ride here. I'll get a ride
Alright.
back.
All right. Yeah. So you're just gonna call for an Uber or something, rideshare,
Mhm.
taxi. Fletcher, I believe you have your vehicle, right?
Finally got my car back.
Before we proceed, Scarlett, scene, I need both of you to make a resolve and awareness rolls as you both are going home.
Two.
Also, too.
Nah, you guys maybe you're just tired from the evening. You guys killed a bunch of people, took care of some problems, put some fires, set some things on fire, and you guys think you've done a pretty good job for the evening, and you go home carelessly. Nothing really happens. Do you guys make any stops along the way home, or you just go home and rest for the day?
I'll go talk to Sister Isadora. Talk to her about maybe going out, getting a phone for like an old person.
We'll
And,
take care of that.
I need a car. Now that I don't have a person with a limo driving around anymore, I might need my own vehicle. And I drove that lowrider just a little bit, and I got the itch for it now. Like I said, I've never lived in one city long enough to need a vehicle, but if I'm gonna be here a little bit, I want to get something good.
We'll have this conversation with Sister Isidore in a moment. Just want to know where the both of you are going and if you're making any stops at all. Fletcher, do you go directly home or?
I think we're gonna go to the Lower West Side, and we're gonna find someone who's walking alone in the street at night and kidnap him.
Hunting roll.
Mm.
Okay.
No, not for me.
Of course. It's the same concept here.
Yeah.
Alley cat style kidnapping someone. Okay. All right. Let's see. I believe that would be. Well, first of all, I need to find the person, so that'll be a wits. Let's go with your awareness roll here, since you already rolled it. With 2 successes, you are able to find. Well, the Lower West Side is pretty populated, but if you're gonna grab someone, I need a strength and brawl roll.
Those poor fools. Five successes.
5 successes. How do you do this? You find yourself, you drive into one of the alleyways in the Lower West Side, and as you do, you can see that there are a few individuals here, some homeless people here and there. But you do find a lone straggler just passing by. How do you do this? What does it look like?
With eyes of the beast, Fletcher stays in the darkness, parked in the alleyway nearby, holding up against the wall, sees the person approaching, waits, hands in pockets. As soon as they turn that corner, just grab, yank straight through with his force, and then just lift them up and stuff them in the trunk, slam it down, drive home.
Hear the muffled noises. Stop! And you shut the trunk and pretty much take off for the evening and head home.
Head home.
Restocking supplies. Perfect. Okay. Well, we'll get to you in a moment. But yes, Scarlett, you sit there with Frankie and Saya for about 20 or maybe 15 minutes before you see a black Camaro pull up by the front of the Stuart Freeman Academy, and out steps Damien. He's tall, African-American gentleman. He looks to be around 17, 18 years old, as mentioned, and he's wearing a black baby chorus t-shirt and some ripped jeans. He steps out and with a bit of a hurried step, and he approaches you and Celia and Frankie. What's going on, Scarlett?
Let's talk on the way. We've taken care of the thing that you wanted taken care of. I'm saying this because we're outside. Wait, are there other students?
Well, there are some students, probably just taking a smoke or something, but Celia and Frankie are the only ones with you. They're also following at this point.
Yeah, so we have taken care of the target and all that. Body, you can ask Toledo about it, but we did find something weird. And then I opened my door and then show him the body. There were two chained up individuals in the basement of the house where the Teen Bloods were hanging out. This one was newly turned too.
Newly turned? You mean... Oh, fuck! He says, as curses under his breath as he lifts the guy up and picks him up and puts him on his shoulder. Oh, just when I thought my night couldn't get any fucking worse. Looks towards you, of course. He has this googly-eyed look just for a single moment before he shakes it off and kind of walks out, maintaining his tough guy facade. But he's on the clock and he's doing as he was instructed. You need to come with me.
Okay. Just me, right? Or do you want the others to come?
Yeah.
Can you repeat that?
Oh, he says, yeah, they also need to go.
Yeah.
Come with.
We're missing Brian. But Celia and Frankie, let's go.
He moves forward. He stops by Miss Stewart's private library. And as he peeks in, he almost gasps in this moment as he realizes who the person is with Miss Stewart. He raises an eyebrow and he says, I didn't know she was back.
You know her?
Yeah. Her name's Layla. Malkavian. It's been a while since I've seen her. You found her staked.
Yes, together with this guy.
Spiraling on and on. Yeah. All of you neonates come with me. Anabelle wants to see you. Scarlett and the other neonates are now being taken to a very specific location. A location in which Anabelle had chosen, as she wants to speak with these children, rather. Damon remains quiet the entire time. He has stuffed the body inside of his trunk, and he is driving to a particular location. A location that, of course, you would pretty much recognize immediately if you were in the know, as you are now heading to the Succubus Club. There is a lot, and I mean a lot of lights going. Well, actually, it's around 2:30, 3 o'clock. So the club's dying down, but there's still a lot of lights flickering here and there, purple hues, lavender, red, all sorts of colorful romantics here and there. But eventually, all of you arrive in front of said club. Damon knows this place. Anabelle knows him, and the bouncers know him. He pulls up at the parking lot beside the Succubus, and instead of taking the front entrance, He takes a side entrance, perhaps a secret one. Maybe it's only reserved for very important people. But as he tries to open the door, it is completely shut. As he sighs, once again a little irritated, and he walks around to the front door. It is a double door that kind of, has, there's still a few people inside from what you can see, but there's, it's not very crowded at the moment. It usually is. From what you guys have seen, there's usually a long line of people that are trying to get into the club, and they, it doesn't, nobody gets in here as long as Anabelle doesn't want them there. It's an invite only club, but for some reason, you guys are allowed to go in. Maybe because Anabelle knows you. Maybe because you're with Damien. The bouncers let you in. On the first floor, you can see that this is where most of the human dance and peruse and do their thing. But to the left, you can see on the second floor, there is a mezzanine that leads into another chamber. From what you know, Scarlett, the second floor is where usually kindred hang out. And that's exactly where Damien is going. Do you have any conversation with Frankie or Celia while this is happening, or just remain quiet?
I just tell them to try not to stick out. It's Anabelle.
The indistinct chatter from the crowd, as well as the EDM for tonight music, is kind of drowned out by maybe your own nervousness. You've maybe been here only once, ever. This is maybe your second time here. As you guys walk up the steps on the left-hand side, you can see that this place is extremely elegant. It is very well decorated. Everything is kept properly. People here are all dressed to the nines. Even Damien is a little nervous at this point. You can see in his face as he kind of turns around to you as you guys get to the top of the steps, and you can see this long, large dance chamber. But inside, before he opens the door, he tells you, Scarlett, we'll not piss her off this time.
I'll try not to.
I lost it last night.
Yeah.
She heard that you and the others were responsible for her club being shut down so early.
Yeah.
Try not to die. He says to you very shyly.
I'll try not to.
Frankie leans on over and she says, "Are you guys dating?
Kind of pinch her.
Why is it so awkward between the two of you?"
Let's just go in.
Are you not telling us something here? As Damien is leading the way and you guys are kind of lagging behind. Man, are you guys? So Toledo wasn't joking.
I pinch her.
Hey, ow, that hurts.
You're kindred, you'll leave.
Still not answering the question, Scarlett. Yes, Scarlett. Frankie chimes in.
Listen, when a man and a woman loves each other very much, they have a little
Ew,
thing.
that's kind of gross. I thought we can't do that anymore. We're like not human, right? So
if you
we can still.
I learned
I mean,
that
I don't
if
have any
you-
experience.
You don't have any experience. You may need
No,
to
I grew
change.
up Catholic.
Oh, so
What?
you want to, do you want to experience?
Are you looking at Celia? That's speaking, by the way.
Yeah.
Do you just look at her with such intent and confidence? If she was human, you could maybe tell that she's blushing at the moment and she's trying hard to look away. Frankie is just dumb. That she's just probably used to this at this point, as she's just like shrugs.
Listen, if you rouse the blood, since we're so young, you
That's
can
why
still.
Wait, Brian was so addicted to you? Are you sleeping with Brian, Scarlett?
Nuts. I don't know. You should ask Frankie too.
Ah, finally. Yes, of honors for the evening, she says. As you look up, you see that Anabelle is on another other platform, center stage. She seems to be, decorating a few things with her men here. You see some other Toreador. You see Brett Stryker off to the side taking a few notes with his clipboard. You can see Kathy, as well as Nero off to the side as well. They're all just doing their own little thing. Some of them have their instruments out. Nero specifically has his violin out. But Kathy is just polishing her guitar nearby. Anabelle is right in the center, just sort of pointing a few things out. But she's now clasped her fingers. You can see her long, short silvery hair brushed off to the side neatly. She's wearing a very tight, silvery sort of dress, form-fitting. And she's wearing very high heels, and she looks extremely tall at this point as she towers over you and the neonates. Look, you all, such a long time. We're behind schedule.
Good evening to the most beautiful woman in all of Chicago and maybe even the world.
Yeah, whatever's left of Chicago, if that's what you mean. Others have evacuated the city, did you know?
Evacuated?
Yeah, I wonder why.
I really do apologize for that. Miss Anabelle. It was not my intention to be that dramatic or have that dramatic result.
And what are you gonna do about it, Miss Leanne? What do you think you should do?
Depends on what you want me to do to make up for it.
What do I want from a neonate? There's not really much I can ask from you right now, but a little dusty in here. So I was wondering if the three of you can lend us a hand for the evening. Well, there's supposed to be four of you. Where is that street rat or the sewer rat?
Brian is currently preoccupied right now, unfortunately, and I wasn't sure if we should bring him or not since he doesn't fit the aesthetic.
Oh, he's coming.
Okay.
He's definitely coming, Miss Leanne. Anabelle smiles at you. Damien, if you don't mind, picking up this Nosferatu, please. And Damien just nods his head, kind of gritting his teeth as he turns around and leaves the place. So, causing such a terrible fucking mess, and I have to look after you, I need to make you all learn a few things about how kindred society works with humans. Think of this as a teachable moment. At the moment you disrupt the flow of the city, you also disrupt the flow of kindred businesses. You understand?
Yes.
I was having a fantastic evening last night until everyone everyone took part in the panic and all, and we had a few police officers arrive and tell all of my patrons to go home. Do you know what that does to someone's business, Miss Leanne?
I assume not good.
No, it isn't. I was with very important clientele last evening. I was this close to getting something I really, really want. Unfortunately, they had to go home because of the shenanigans caused by you all, she says, a bit frustrated in this moment. But I think you all will have to start paying your dues this evening. So, go ahead, pick up the mops, the brushes, whatever it is you can find lying around. And I need this place to look extremely pristine and immaculate before the night ends. Understand?
Of course. Let's go.
I find one thing out of place, I find even a speckle of dust anywhere. We will have quite a few words. I'm not just talking to you, Scarlett. I'm talking to everyone here. So please, darlings, do your best to not fuck this one up. Thank you. And she begins to strut away to her office on the 3rd floor. You seriously she just calls us here to clean up this place?
Yes. Just don't ask questions.
What a fucking bitch.
You shouldn't tell that in her domain, or you shouldn't insult somebody in their domain. It might have ears everywhere. She's definitely a...
Isn't she supposed to be nice to you? She's your primogen.
She's a Toreador. They get
You're
like...
a Toreador?
Yeah. We get like this.
Aren't you guys on the same team?
No, not necessarily. As I pick up the thing and then start, I don't know.
Yeah, you can see
mopping.
there's a collection of mops, brooms, cleaning supplies, here and there. You just start mopping.
Yeah.
So you just do what you're told without any hesitation at all, any resistance.
I do ask Frankie to covertly message Toledo about where we are.
Yeah, as you begin to sweep the ground, wipe the hardwood floors with the wax or whatever. We pretty much just clean this place up. It's relatively clean if you haven't noticed, but she wants it like
Sparkling.
dustless, like sparkling.
Yeah.
The entire time, you notice that all of the Toreador here are just watching. They're not saying a word. They're just observing. Especially Nero, who's just creepily staring at you. He's not even blinking. He's just with his violin. He's playing and he's just staring, like lost in whatever music he's playing. And
Seems like we're the entertainment of the evening. Yeah.
You are able to speak with them if you choose to, as you're cleaning.
I want to cry. But I say this out loud as I clean.
You say you want to cry?
Yeah. Oh, I want to cry.
Are you faking this, or do you actually mean it?
Yeah, I'm faking
I need a
it.
manipulation and the performance roll, please.
Manipulation and performance. Good looks apply? No.
Sure, because you're surrounded by Toreador. Oh, okay. with 5 successes on a messy crit. Go ahead and roll a 1d10.
Oh no.
That is an 8. That is paranoia. Okay, so as you're cleaning and you begin to feel a Toreador stares around you, you feel like you have to perform as well as whatever they're doing, and you want to be just as sad as Nero as he plays the violin, and a few tears begin to well up your eyes, and you actually make this move of this dramatic moment of you saying, I just want to cry. Put your fingers and your hands against your forehead, and you just feel it in this moment. But because of this, you roll the messy critical, and your paranoia compulsion kicks in, and you are afraid at the moment that they can see right through your facade, Scarlett. You don't really give a shit. You don't really care about dramatics of this. You're not like them, at least in Anabelle's regard. And it sits in the back of your head that what if they can see right through you? What if they see you for your performance, through your performance? What if they see you for who you truly are? And this just kicks in this moment.
I kind of start to back away into a wall while holding the map, trying to get away from all the stairs.
Oh dear, what's going on with you? Kathy says as she kind of stands up, carrying her electric guitar with her.
I just need to. I think I just need to get away from. And then I gesture to the map, and
Oh, what's wrong with our little black rose? Is something? Did you hurt yourself?
no, I just need to get out of the stairs. No,
I don't think so. I think Miss Anabelle really wanted you to stay in here.
I just want to get out of here. I just for a moment, just.
She rolls her eyes as she says, "Fine, come on, let's take a little break." As she carries you off to a nearby balcony, where there's a window and stuff. She's probably gonna smoke or something. As she opens it, you can tell that there's fresh air coming in. As she just breathes in and out, as she says, pretty smell of Chicago. That's better, right?
Yeah, that's better.
Kathy brushes her long dark hair to the side as she fixes up her attire for the evening. And she stares deeply into your eyes, Scarlett. You're in trouble.
I'm always in trouble. But what for this time? Is it the bomb?
Obviously. Trouble isn't always that bad. I think she'll be wanting to keep an eye on you from here on out, especially once you've graduated. And since Evan hasn't been coming to our practices, maybe you can play the drums for us.
I can definitely do that. If it means that it will appease her. And it gives you more time to spend
It's very
time.
hard to appease your primogen.
I am aware. Wait, isn't she your primogen too?
Yes, she's my primogen.
But yes. And at least it gives me more time to spend time with you and the others.
Right. We'd like that very much. Some was more than others. And she rolls her eyes once again.
Ah, yes. Speaking of the others, I think I'm done. Unless you want something else from me.
Oh, nothing. I just like talking to someone like you. She says as she kind of plays with her hair a little bit, twirling it in her fingers. I need you to make a wits and insight roll, Scarlett. I have insight rolls tonight.
Any insight rolls? I'm gonna search my blood to wits.
Probably a good idea. With 3 successes, the way she looks at you intently isn't that of someone who's curious about your relationships or intimacies or anything like that. It's much more deeper. The way Kathy looks at you is as if she's studying you. Or she's found a new toy to play with. But you walk away and you return to Scarlett, to Celia and Frankie, Frankie's now on the ground. She's just, kind of just scrubbing something on the floor, while Celia, on the other hand, is, trying to be useful in a sense. But anyways, you hear Anabelle upstairs cackling a few times, or, just having fun in her own Anabelle way. As this scene continues, we'll bounce the camera over to Toledo, who just made it back to his haven at the church, and I believe you were speaking with Sister Isidora about obtaining a phone.
Yeah. I mean, essentially just doing a quick check-in, telling her how the evening went. And then, since most of these places are easier to attain things during the day, she's better at that. See if she could pick up a phone for Fletcher. And look
Sorry,
into,
who is this? Are you talking about the war veteran from last evening?
Yes, he doesn't have a phone, and I think I'm going to be working with him. And it's annoying working with someone who you have to contact by like smoke signal.
Well, at least he's disciplined, unlike the other men you worked with before. Especially that Mordecai gentleman. He was... Oh, there's something about him.
Oh, yeah, that guy was dripping in sin. Yeah, a hardened war veteran, I guess, is a step in the right direction. That I'm a lot more comfortable with murder than all that other stuff. But yeah, he's gonna need a phone if you can make that happen. And yeah, I'm thinking about getting a vehicle too. I just don't know what.
A new vehicle?
I mean, a motorcycle was fun and it'd probably help getting around the city a little more. Traffic's. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go with a motorcycle.
You know what?
Very
I think
dangerous.
That is a very smart idea for you to do. A bit dangerous, but I'm all for it. Sister Isidora says with a bright smile.
You're just sick of driving me around.
He remains
You know
quiet
what?
in
All
this
right.
moment. I would never be sick and tired of driving you all around like the man baby that you are.
Okay, I thought that was good quality time we had in the car, talking to each other, catching up. But all right, you know what? Joke's on me, I guess. Anyway, yes, a
I'm
motorcycle would be nice.
I shall procure one for you, if that is what you so wish for.
Yeah, I don't need anything. Well, I mean, we don't really have the funds to get anything too fancy, just something that'll get me around. It needs big tires so I could like take it on the sidewalk and shit like that. Something that if I need to take it on the train tracks will be alright too.
Are you going on another train chase? You plan on it?
I mean, probably. Who knows? I need that. I haven't driven much my entire life though, so I'll probably want to do some practicing out in the parking lot for a while. So keep that in the down low while I get used to it.
Oh, just to remind you that we don't have any more blood bags.
Oh, yeah. I've been working on that. I'll probably do that this evening. Go out and solidify some of my contacts. See what word on the street is and whatnot. I have a contact at a hospital.
Do you?
I think so. I'm looking through my notes. Something like that happened, yeah.
Do you? I actually honestly don't remember if you do have a contact in the hospital. Let's double check. You can maybe ask Aisha if she wanted to.
Yeah, I'll go that route. I thought you... Yeah, I'll go with that.
Oh, you do know the location of Lakeshore Hospital, but you have to meet them. You haven't met them yet. I believe the person you're talking about is Dr. Loomis.
Dr. Loomis. I found it right here. Yeah. So I'll, I guess, do that this evening. Go meet with Dr. Loomis.
Okay. Lakeshore Hospital is located north of Chicago proper, and it's about 3:30 at the moment. So it's getting pretty late.
For now, I'm usually used to working, I know the criminal element a little bit, so I'll probably do that for now. See if there's some like alleyway doctor type of person who has a way of getting blood bags. I'll go through that rather than a hospital, if that's okay for now.
Okay, yeah. How do you go about this? Do you contact some people? Do you actually go out and try to find these establishments? Use the internet? How do you do this?
Probably hit the streets, maybe talk to Aisha a little bit about certain gangs, and if there's like a doctor that usually services like the mob or street gangs or something like that. Just do some streetwise investigating stuff.
Okay, go ahead and roll your intelligence and your streetwise, please. If you're gonna talk to Aisha about this, you can add a +1 die.
Okay. Will this be considered? That's also my specialty for my feeding. It's like black market streetwise. So would that count towards this?
Yes.
Okay. 3.
3. Would you like to willpower that, or are you good with?
Sure. Why not? I can always take more. 5.
Okay. With 5 successes, you are able to actually you call up Aisha. You also call up, your black market contacts and such, as you are, connected in that realm, especially with your specialty. But you manage to find a few things. Aisha tells you to go to this place, that place, but you solidify a particular location that is on the Lower West Side itself. There's a clinic that comes into play here. A clinic that is run by a doctor by the name of Summers. Emily Summers. She has a little clinic located, funnily enough, nearby the warehouse units that you guys kind of raided the other night. About 3 or 4 blocks away. It tells you that, you're not sure if, that blood bag that this clinic always has blood bags, but some blood bags do come in that direction. At least shipments of it, small shipments.
Okay, yeah, we'll check that out then. Assuming they operate late at night.
Yeah, it's weird that they operate late at night. So do you go there?
Yeah, I'm heading there.
All right. Okay, and we'll pause the scene here as Toledo makes his way to the lower west side of Chicago. It's not very far from your church, by the way. So, as you also live on the lower west side. So, we'll bounce the camera over to Fletcher as you arrive home, body in tow. I assume you knocked him out or something. The homeless guy.
Nah,
No?
let him drive around. Once I open pop the back, then I'll bang, knock him out.
Yeah. As he begins to scream, you knock him out clean with your force strength. You pick him up with, throw him over your shoulders. And where do you plan on taking this homeless guy, Fletcher?
Step inside. Go through to the section where got a little bit of small library. It's got some old books. Pull one of the books down. Flicks open. Spins the wall to reveal all these guns. Wrong one. Flicks that. Turns it back. Flicks the other one. Reveals a staircase going downstairs. He's going to take him down in the basement.
And what do you plan to do with this person, Fletcher? Just throw him down there, or do you have other things in mind?
Unlock the cage and toss him in there and say, "Eat that. I'll be back later." And then lock it back up.
Do you stick around and watch what happens here, or do you just exit?
Nah. Out of sight, out of mind.
Just as you head up the stairs, your footsteps, kind of echoing throughout the chamber, the sound is immediately broken as whatever's down there realizes what's going on. And just as the door kind of shuts, this hidden cavity of your house, you hear the gurgling noises and the screaming of that homeless man. Just glimpses of it as is complete silence once again, and Max greets you with a rather affectionate woof.
Hey, Max, how you doing? Get down on his knees and start patting him all over.
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
He licks your face a few times as he kind of rubs up against all over your body. Obviously, this little pup has missed you.
Good to see you too, buddy. Why can't you talk to me like Ghost? It's me. I know it's me. We'll work on that.
The dog kind of just nods at you, his tail completely still
Of course
wagging.
he knows. He knows. You want to go for a walk?
Whoop. He woofs again.
Of course you do. Come on, let's go for a walk.
And it is, as mentioned, it's around 3:30, 4 o'clock now. So, what do you take, Max?
Short walk, but we're going to avoid the summer home tonight because Fletcher wants to have his phone organized before he goes back to look like he's competent and can actually do things. So, short walk, other direction.
Good game plan. Okay. You just take a quick walk, and Max seems to be rather energetic. Of course, he's very, very happy to see you as you've left him all alone for the evening. He kind of return his energetic, stature returns as he kind of runs around the little park area and such, and he seems to be just having a good time. Is there anywhere in particular you'd like to go on the Lower West Side? I think you're the outside of which park was it? Humboldt?
Just find the biggest one and let Max really work that energy out of his system. Maybe run around with him a little bit.
Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and make you roll one last time. Resolve and awareness.
Oh boy.
It was Garfield Park. Yeah, Garfield Park. Your Havens in Garfield.
That would be one
One
success.
You can There is the night air seems a little chillier than usual. It's springtime, almost summer. Maybe it is summer, actually. It is summer. But it's a little chilly tonight for some strange reason. Maybe it's the Midwest. Maybe it's just the air. You don't know. It's the weather shifting.
Just like home.
But Max just runs around, taking his time, doing the do, and yeah, nothing really eventful happens. I imagine you just walk home and
Yeah, that's the ideal night when no bomb threats or no firings or blood. Well, we'll see.
we'll see. Yeah, it's rather peaceful. Right. And if you just return home and rest for the day, then I think that'll be it for Fletcher, taking care of his little pup. Do you feed him, by the way? When's the last time you fed Max?
It's once a month for ghouls, but if he wants it, he can have it.
Is he? I mean, he's used to this, so he can wait. It's fine.
All right.
We'll then bounce the camera back to Scarlett. As you finish cleaning up the place. It's massive. The whole Succubus second floor is massive, and you can tell that they hold very, very important meetings here. But tonight it's just a bunch of Toreador, pretty much watching and observing the three neonates. Oh, by the way, Brian is also brought in, and he is thrown to the ground by Damien. His clothes are all tattered. His clothing is filled with branches and leaves and stuff, probably because he had to run back to the academy only to be picked up by Damien. But Damien then hands him a mop. He's like, what am I supposed to do with this? You want me to clean? Everyone just looks at him expectantly. Why?
I kick him at his shin. Don't ask why. Just clean.
I didn't just run all the way back to the academy only to be picked up by the sheriff and then thrown here to clean. Why did you guys leave me?
Yeah, I asked Toledo about that. You pissed off.
That wasn't cool, man. That wasn't cool.
Well, I didn't want to argue with both Toledo and Fletcher, but yeah, it's so annoying.
I had to go through the grassy area, and then I had to go through the sewers, and then I had to go pick myself up with the trees and stuff.
While you clean, you tell us about your experiences while we clean. Well, it's almost done. Just wipe something or mop something.
He seems very resistant to your requests, Miss Leanne. Anabelle chimes in from the second floor as she begins descending, or the third floor, as she begins descending. Why don't you tell him exactly what to do? Well, you know exactly what I'm talking about, Miss Leanne.
I'm not sure.
Go on. Tell him. Make him. Wait, what are you guys talking about?
Brian, just clean.
Okay, but I wasn't told why, he says. Anabelle looks at you expectantly, crossing her arm. Well, if you're not gonna do it because you're too afraid of hurting someone's feelings, she whispers in closer to you. I will. And you have just this moment, Scarlett, to decide if you want to do it yourself or you're gonna let Anabelle tell him what to do.
I turn to Brian and go like, Dear Brian, will you please clean now? As I try and seduce him to doing what I want.
Annabelle, observing the both of you, sighs as she rolls her eyes. She grabs Brian by the throat, leans in closer to him, and whispers a few things. From the point of view of the audience, as well as you, Scarlett, as I imagine you just look away, Brian's eyes glaze over just for a moment before dominate takes effect, and he gets on his knees on the ground, all four, and begins licking the ground itself, trying to clean it with his own mouth. Give you a chance, Miss Leanne, but for some reason you're not, I don't know, doing things as expected. Frankie and Celia are looking in horror at this point as Brian is just mopping up the floor with his own body and his own tongue. It's a pitiful sight, Scarlett. And you having this communal bond with them, seeing one of your, I guess, classmates on the ground is very disturbing to you. But not a blood bond per se. It's not a strong one at that. So maybe it's nothing to you. Maybe it is what it is. But Anabelle just simply turns on her heels, lets out another sigh, and walks up the steps once again.
Yeah. I tried to catch Frankie's eyes, wondering if she did what I asked.
Oh.
He can't
No,
handle
not again. Can't handle
He
it.
can handle it. The sight. It's okay.
We'll get to that part as we're not on Toledo scene just yet. But you know that she's done it. She's sent that message.
I have never tried this, but I kind of lean down towards where Brian is, grab his chin, and then tell him to stop it. Compel him to stop.
Compel him to stop?
Mm.
I need you to roll I believe that's charisma and your dominate.
Charisma and dominate. Okay.
Mhm. Brian, for a moment, looks up at you. His eyes glaze over, and he stops. Whatever he's doing, he's like,
And then I quickly, before he can say anything, I quickly hand him a mop and tell him start cleaning now.
As he grabs onto the mop, his eyes glaze over once again. He drops the mop and begins cleaning the floor, the hardwood floor again, with his own tongue. Celia and Frankie remain speechless in this moment as they just kind of throw a few glances at him while they're doing their own thing, afraid of, Anabelle might do the same thing to them. I think you should let him doing his thing. We really don't want to piss off Anabelle.
Fine. I grab them up and start cleaning again. This is...
It's dawning upon you, Scarlett, that the clans they punish differently or they act differently, and perhaps this is why nobody likes Anabelle, at least behind her back. They're very ruthless. And whenever she's upset, she obviously takes it out on those responsible for those that made her upset. But as this is happening, as the neonates face this little hazing from our dear Toledo Primogen, the camera darts over to Toledo as he makes it to the lower west side. As you were on the way there, Toledo, you received a text message from Frankie. It is a short and brief message that says, at the Succubus Club, Queen Bee making us clean.
I just respond, what a bitch.
But yeah, as you send this text message, you arrive just outside of this little compound commercial area. Right in the center is a clinic that is barely lit up. There's some LEDs here and there. There's a cross symbol, not a cross, but like the Red Cross symbol outside, indicating that it is for a medical infirmary of some sort, a medical establishment. Do you just walk in?
Yeah. I'm gonna take a look around first. I'm gonna pop obfuscate and snoop around, get a feel for the place, get an honest look at it before I talk to anyone.
Sure. Yeah. Is there anything you'd like to investigate at all, or just
no,
get a feel?
Just like get a little, just walk around, see who's working here, what they're like. Eavesdrop on someone if possible, just to get an idea of what sort of place this actually is.
Sure. Yeah, what's an awareness roll, please?
Three.
Yeah, with 3 successes, you are able to look around. The parking lot in the center of this little complex area is relatively empty. There's 1 or 2 cars here that are parked. Off to the right-hand side, there is, this sort of collection of shops, small shops, that are obviously closed down. There's like a donut shop, there's a coffee shop here and there. To the left-hand side, there is an abandoned, like some empty lots here and there, empty offices. But right in the center is where the clinic is. It's not too large, as mentioned, but it is the only thing that is open for the evening. There's a few passerbys here and there on the sidewalk, perhaps out smoking at the very end of the parking lot, but no one is here. There is a bit of movement inside of the clinic, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I want to head inside. I wanted to
Okay.
try to sneak inside and get a look.
Okay. Well, if you do open the door, it will break your obfuscate. There's just a glass door that you have to pull.
I'll wait a little bit to see if anyone else goes in or out, so I can
Mhm.
potentially go in with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A few minutes pass by. You're just making sure that you're safe and sound. No one's here to observe you. But yeah, nobody comes in and out. It's just some silhouettes moving left and right here.
Is there a back entrance?
Yeah, if you walk around the back, you can see that there is an emergency exit door. Up a few steps. With red.
Kind of like
big red
set an
letters,
alarm if
exit.
you open, though.
Yeah.
Then I will get out my kit, take out a small mirror, and spill some of my blood on it, break it to go ethereal.
Let's see that incorporeal passage, I believe. I don't remember if you have to make a roll for it.
I have to make a ritual roll just to make sure the
Mhm.
ritual is successful.
See that roll.
With 4 successes, it is.
Okay, yeah, with 4 successes, you are able to shift out of existence, turning your corporeal form into a more ethereal one, as you are now able to slowly pass through solid objects, or obstacles, rather.
Yeah, so obfuscated, ethereal, I will then just pass through the back and see what there is to see inside this place.
As you poke through the wall, poke your head through the wall, you find yourself right where the blood bags are, or I guess where the storage area is. It is cold inside. It's like a freezer of some sort. It's dimly lit inside, but there are a few, I guess, storage containers here.
Just look around a little bit, and it seems like pretty legit. Like this isn't like just blood bags like thrown in a bucket. This is like a decent storage and whatnot.
It looks like an actual clinic. Perhaps you can even perform operations here with the right equipment. But you're in this small storage area. It's not too big. It's about the size of maybe a closet and a half.
I feel a little bad taking blood from a place like this, but I'd feel worse if I frenzied and murdered someone. So yeah, sort of take a look around, take inventory. See, they have a couple of the flavors I like, and then I'll just continue out of the storage area, whatever that is.
Snag a few. Do you snag a few and just stuff them in your bag or something?
I'm not taking any. No.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't because they'd go right through me. So yeah, I still want to
true.
check the place out first.
Okay. As you walk out, there's an exit towards the right-hand side, which will lead you into a small hallway that leads into the clinic proper, where the receptionist desk is. Beside this, this little storage unit is the office where perhaps the doctor stays or does her checkups or consultations and stuff. But over to your right is the break room.
There's no doctor here or anyone?
You can assume that there's people inside. There is indistinct chatter, however, you do hear. 2 women talking.
Yeah, I'll go over there, see what the conversation's about.
Yeah, with 3 successes, you're able to discern they're probably just gossiping about patients. Not supposed to do this, because patient-doctor confidentiality. But you can hear them talk about how big that one thing is.
Okay. So yeah, I'll just, I guess, continue just sort of room to room, and if everything seems just sort of normal and whatever, and there's nothing that interesting.
Oh, I mean, it's pretty interesting what they're talking about if you just, if you stick around and listen.
Toledo is a little nosy. He probably would stick around a little bit.
So you do?
And, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I'd stick around for a little bit.
Yeah, you hear them talking about one of the patients had an issue with keeping it up for more than 4 hours after taking a certain drug. And the conversation went pretty colorful as one of the girls was involved with him. So, 4 hours. And he didn't even finish. I couldn't make him finish.
Just shake his head and be like, damn, it's wild. But it's got to be quiet, stealthy. He's not going to get in it, though he'd like to join in. Yeah, I guess just check around the rest of the place. Mostly looking to see, because I mean, I would need to make some sort of like under the table deal. So I'm trying to decide if this is something to where it seems at a level where I could talk to the right person and get that worked out, or if they seem like me talking to them is going to get the cops called on me. If that makes sense.
Keep in mind that you are a priest.
Yeah, I don't know why priests would need. I mean, yeah, I could come up with something. Toledo's not the best in social situations,
That's
so he wants to
very
make.
true.
He wants to. He's not gonna talk his way into anything complicated. He needs to make sure it's a
Okay.
pretty a pretty easy sell before he'll take that route. That's sort of what he's doing now. Eavesdropping, take a look around to see like this place is a little shady. They might meet me. They might make a deal with me, or if I'm like, okay, this place is gonna.
From what it
It's
looks
not
like,
worth the
the
trouble.
two people inside are pretty easygoing. You can imagine it's a doctor and the receptionist talking, as they're the only ones here. There is no other persons that come through. It's pretty late at night, so but they're pretty easygoing. As for the place, the establishment itself looks a little like legit, but you don't find
Okay.
any, But they did point you in this direction, so.
And
might be a good-
yeah, and these are the only two people in here. There's no other like patients or anyone else or anything. Just the doctor and a receptionist, and they're in. Okay, so I'll step out, obviously out of eyesight of them. Put away the glass shard, which will make me corporeal again.
Mhm.
Actually, I need to mend as well. Actually, I think I got beat up a little bit from earlier tonight, so I'm gonna do that to make sure I'm not talking to anyone with holes in me.
Go ahead and roll that rouse
A
check.
little hungrier, but going to full health again. Yeah, do that. Drop obfuscate. Check, make sure I'm presentable, as I'm sure I would have before I left to do this. Then, yeah, they're in a room. You said.
Yeah, they're at the very front, by the receptionist desk. They're probably just chatting there. If you take a good look at them, you see that one is wearing like the dark green, teal-ish scrubs that most people in the medical field wear when they're on the clock. Actually, they're both wearing scrubs. One is on the receptionist desk. One of them has orange reddish hair, and she has bright blue eyes. The other one pales in comparison to her. She has maybe blonde hair, and she's wearing big glasses.
Okay.
They both look to be
Actually,
around early 30s.
if they're in the front area, obviously it's gonna be weird if I pop out the back. So I would go out and around
Mhm.
before doing that. And then I'll just walk through the front end.
As you open a door, kind of dings and stuff, and they both kind of, with a gasp, looks over in your direction, as they didn't expect anyone to come in this late at night. But they both give you a warm smile as they say, "Hi, welcome. Is there anything we can do for you?"
Howdy. I'm Father Toledo. I work at new to the city. I work at one of the local parishes. And I was told by one of the parishioners that this would be maybe a good place for me to come to you with I have an interest in proposal. I was really hoping you could help me out.
The receptionist, the blonde one, looks over to the orange-haired woman. You can tell that the doctor is a little curious about this situation, as she leans over the receptionist's desk and she says, "With all due respect, Father, what are you asking here? What's going on?"
Well, we I really
church?
focus on yes and no. We deal with some people who really need help, but they don't have the means to. Even a clinic like this, which I understand you're able to help people that might not be able to afford regular hospital visits, but I work with a nurse myself, and we're just having problems getting some supplies. I'm hoping maybe there's some you could spare. Of course, we would pay whatever you need for them and whatnot.
Oh,
Hoping
of course. Do you need some
we'd be able to
antibiotics?
set up some sort of arrangement. Blood, actually.
Some painkiller. Blood. Oh,
Yes, ma'am.
She looks over to the receptionist. And you can see that they're deliberating in this moment. Well, we do have some blood here, but we wouldn't require the reason for blood purchases. I mean, we don't just, it's very hard to come by.
It is, and that's why I'm coming to you. We have not been able to come by it. Well, I should say we should not be able to come by enough. We also help treat people, obviously, for free. And I just want to take matters in my own hands. I'm sick of people suffering because we don't have the funds to help them. So I'm out here asking people to be able to look into their hearts and work with me, provide me with just every once in a while some bags of blood. And then I of course would be happy to provide whatever it is you need, whether that is money or anything else.
Go ahead and roll your manipulation and your persuasion. You can add +2 dice to this.
I'm gonna rouse as well. I'm not good
Oh.
at this.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, yeah. With passing that rouse check, you can add an additional 2 dice to it. To your roll.
Manipulation and what was it?
Persuasion.
So manipulation it is.
Oh
4
my
successes.
goodness. With 4 successes. They are immediately moved by your words, seeing as this is for a good cause. Dr. Summers, the one that the one with red hair, you can also see her tag. It says Summers, E. Summers. She just puts her mouth over her, put her hand over her mouth as she looks over to the blonde girl, and she says, "Of course. We'll do the best we can. I mean, it's hard to come by, but as long as
Whatever
we
you
have
can
some sort
spare,
of
yes.
compensation for it, we'll have it taken care of. Yes. How many? We have about 6 at the moment.
Like I said, as many as you could spare. I don't want to be any trouble.
Okay. Of course, Father. As she, hurries off to the back of the building, where you obviously have seen where her storage unit is. She grabs a few bags, puts them in a black sort of bag, and she hurries out. And not a bag actually; it's a cooler, a black cooler, because blood, obviously. She hands it over to you, and she says, I'm sure you're busy, Father, and we just want to help. So, whenever you can, please.
Yes, I'll swing by or have my. There's a nun who works for us, and she'll come by with payment if I don't. Thank you so much. This is,
I'm sorry. What was your name,
bless you
Father?
truly.
Once again.
It's Toledo.
Like the place from Spain?
Yes, that's what I was named after. Grew up there.
Oh, that's very interesting. Oh,
Yes, I'm a very interesting person.
you don't sound like you're from Spain, though.
I don't? Have you been to Spain? This is how we talk.
Yes, I'm fluent in Spanish.
Oh, Toledo is as well, so I'll respond to her in
Let's do it.
Spanish, saying, yes, as am I. But no, obviously I'm joking. I grew up there, but I
Of course.
I grew up in Texas and then went to Spain on a missionary trip, and I stayed there ever since.
What a shame.
Now here I
She
am in
said.
Chicago, of all places. So
Yeah.
what a journey life has taken me on. And this journey led me to you and your very charitable acts. And I thank you for it.
Of course. Yes. Please come by. We restock every 2 weeks if you guys need. As long as I'll speak with your people if necessary.
Absolutely. And
Do-
Dr. Summers, is it?
Dr. Emily Summers. Yes.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Dr. Summers. And if there's anything else you need help with, like I said, I am in the business of charity and helping others in any way I can. So if there's anything at all you need, any issues, please, I'll be happy to do what I can to help.
You hear that, Lindsay? He can help you out. She teases the blonde girl a little bit. The blondie kind of just giggles as you now notice that the blonde girl is looking at you up and down. Like she's checking you out.
What was your name, miss?
Lindsay,
Thank you as well, Lindsay.
I really like your cowboy hat.
Well, thank you. Not a lot of people in the city appreciate it, but you know what?
I was always
Certain
into
parts of the
cowboys.
world, this is very fashionable. And I bet the Cowboys earned it into you.
No, sadly, I don't like city girls, so
Well, if you need a matchmaking, I've actually been in that business a little bit now, and I'm getting pretty good at it. So, you tell me your type, and I'll keep my eye out.
Dr. Emily Summers kind of just elbows her continuously in this moment, as you know, she kind of slaps her playfully. But they both bid you a good night.
Okay, I will take my blood and go.
If you look in the case, you have about 4 blood bags. Go ahead and mark that down on your sheet. Successful. Okay. We'll go ahead and bounce the camera over. I imagine, Toledo, you're going home at this point and just going for day slumber.
Yep.
Okay. Scarlett, camera just darts over in your direction right now. As it is getting late, you guys are still not done cleaning up the place. What's her name? Celia just goes, how long are we gonna keep this up? Brian's still on the ground. I don't think he's ever gonna stop.
It's not gonna stop until Anabelle tells us to stop, apparently.
You see Nero is just looking at each of you, unblinking. You and Celia. From the corner of your eye, you know when someone's watching you feel it. And he's actually just stopped playing the violin right now, and he's just sitting there on the corner of the stage, just looking at the both of you. His head a little tilted to the side.
Well, I give him a wink. And then turn back to cleaning.
I don't like the way he's staring at us.
It's just difficult, Toreador.
That corridor was supposed to be like beautiful and pretty, not creepy.
There are different kinds of Toreador, Celia. What was that word? As per William Shakespeare, all that glitters is not gold. So, don't
I didn't know
always
you
trust
read.
what you look.
You like
Oops.
poetry?
I was required to learn it.
You could read, Scarlett? Frankie says out loud.
Yes, I could read and write.
Oh. Weird, because we never see you like reading anything. Like on your phone or whatever.
Well, it's nice to keep. It's nice to make everyone underestimate you.
That's true. That's true. Otherwise, you end up like him. She kind of points at Brian.
Yeah. Just don't be stupid like Brian.
You see Nero now approaching both of you guys from the side as he just stares blankly. It is getting late. Maybe you should all head home.
I don't know. Did Miss Anabelle say that, or it's just you?
Well, the sun is coming up soon, and I don't want to see your ashes here.
Well, I should ask permission from Miss Anabelle, but we're leaving.
Very well, he says stoically, eyes glued upon Celia. Ah, you just go upstairs and say goodbye to your primogen?
Yeah.
Okay. You see in her office that she's fixing a couple paperworks. It's a finely decorated office, by the way. It's like there's furniture that's very looks very expensive. Plush leather sofa, bookshelves are stacked with books and stuff. But you see Anabelle on the phone, cackling. Oh, yes, dear. What can I do for you?
We were wondering, since the sun is coming up, if we are allowed to go home now.
She looks at her phone again. Tell you what. You finish the job tomorrow? We'll call it even.
Alright.
Not just you, I'm talking about the three of you.
4.
I don't think your little Nosferatu friend will be going anywhere for a while.
You want to keep him here?
Yes. Oh, don't worry. I'll take good care of him.
Understood.
Is that all?
Yes,
Perfect.
that's all.
Very well. Well done, by the way. Well done. And as you leave, perhaps you don't understand what she means by well done. But her bitchy demeanor has shifted to a more, I guess, giddy, prideful one. You don't know what she was talking about or she was talking to, but it seems like her attitude shifted a little bit to a more menacing one. But find yourselves exiting out of the place. Frankie, Celia, of course, worried about Brian, who's still licking the ground clean. And you just take your leave. Damien is, of course, waiting for you outside.
Yeah. 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 Just take a leave. Give a long, knowing look at Damien and just take my spot at the front of the car.
You're sitting up front?
Yep.
Okay. You drive home. It's quite quiet. Quite quiet. Wow. It's very quiet. Awkward. Damien doesn't say a word unless the three of you do. Frank and Celia look very traumatized. The experience. They don't know what happened. Why they were made to clean. Why Brian was on the floor licking the ground. But they all just remain quiet. What do you do, Scarlett? Do you say anything to any of them?
I just turn to Celia and say, just be glad that your sponsor is not Miss Anabelle.
At least you have a sponsor.
As Toledo said, he said something is in the works, so maybe he can pull some strings for you.
Right.
So, would you rather have that or have no sponsor?
I don't think I understand what having no sponsor means.
It's like being an outcast, right?
If lucky, an outcast. Not you're just relocated.
I'll find you something, Celia. If Toledo can't find you something, I will.
Okay, she says, doubtfully, of course. But you guys eventually make it back to the Stuart Freeman Academy. Damien lets out a big sigh. You don't know if it's out of relief or annoyance, but he just sighs as he keeps one of his hands on the wheel, and he just looks over in your direction. Doesn't say a word though, he just nods.
Yeah,
Coolly.
are they leaving? Like Celia and Frankie already going out?
Yeah, they open the door and they just left. They've already left. They're walking back.
I open my door and then give a quick kiss to Damien and then I walk out. And then I lean down and then say like, we're still on for next week, right?
Where do you kiss Damien?
Oh my god. On the lips.
Whoa, I did not realize you guys had that relationship. Okay. All right. So Damien is very shocked about this situation, as you've never actually, kissed him before on the lips. And he's simply, his cool demeanor is broken immediately as he goes, just happened under his breath. Yeah, next week I'll let you know. Yeah.
Just close the door and just walk away.
Okay, and you see his stand just drive off into the distance. Frankie and Celia turn to you as they notice that you were lagging behind, and they say, "What was that about?"
Just flustering the sheriff, nothing new.
They both shrug and they just continue. Oh, wait. You said you were going to teach me some things?
Well,
Is that what you were talking about?
What did you think I was talking about?
I don't know. I went to Catholic school.
Oh, Celia. As they say, like girls in the Catholic school have a lot of repressed desires. We'll get to that.
She just stares at you blankly. She doesn't get it. Obviously, she doesn't
It's called
understand.
sex. Fucking. Ratting. I don't know what's the term for. I know that was the term.
Isn't that what you did with Mr. McGregor's guy?
Yeah, but that was just a casual fling.
Casual. I thought it was. This is Frankie speaking. I thought it was like, like with feelings and stuff.
I mean,
You were supposed to be special.
Sex is kind of a weapon. At least that's what I was taught. So, if love is involved,
Weapon?
then that's very weird.
Why would you use that as a weapon? That sounds totally wrong. It's supposed to be sacred. Only a man and a woman that's married can lay in bed. That is, I forgot what script that was. You have it in the Bible. Look, well, it's in Latin, but the Old Testament. If you come to my room, I can show you. It says there in the Bible.
Yeah, I can show you more if you show me your room.
What? Oh, come on, it's getting late.
Yeah, just sorry.
As the innocent little Celia kind of just drags both of you and Frankie into her room, as she actually looks through her stuff, she grabs like a very thick book. It is the Old Testament, and she starts flipping through it. You see, I really like Father Toledo's teachings, and I've learned about a few
Yeah,
things
you'll
here
never
and there.
get laid if you keep sticking with the general. I don't think he got laid either. Have you seen him? Maybe that's why he's so obsessed with the anime shit and all that.
Are you calling him a nerd, Scarlett? Wow, you're so
I'm calling
mean.
him a virgin.
Well, he's not married, so that's completely fine. I'm a virgin, Celia says out loud. Isn't that a good thing?
No, Not necessarily. What if you really like some guy and then you have to do it and
It's called abstinence, Scarlett. Till marriage.
like the kiss, the bite is similar to having an orgasm, right?
But there's no, like,
So
nasty
technically,
bits involved.
when we bite each other, it's kind of like having sex, really. So you have kind of experienced it, huh?
No, that's not how it works. Is that how it works?
I don't know.
Frankie says. She's like covering Snake's like ears, like right now, as she just kind of protects him from you. Celia is now very confused as she's flipping through the Old Testament. There's nothing here that says about anime.
Yeah, of course, there's nothing about anime in there. Oh, Celia. Maybe you should ask Father Toledo about it. I'm sure he will teach you all about sex ed. Then again, you will.
Yeah, I think we should have a talk with Father Toledo tomorrow.
Yeah, have the bees in the
Scarlett
flower
says-
top or whatever. That
Scarlett says
they say.
he's a virgin, which is a good thing. I'm gonna clarify with him if being a virgin is a good thing.
I'm
Anyways,
pretty sure
I'm-
Frankie is not a virgin anymore with her and Brian. And then they just walk out.
What? No! And you gotta just shut the door behind and don't be spreading rumors. But as you leave and go back to your room, is there any last minute things you'd like to do? We're going to sleep.
No.
You have like 10-15 minutes.
No. I don't think Miss Stewardess is in her library anymore. I'm just gonna go straight to my room. Probably still smell like the fucking guy. Lock the door.
Where'd you guys put the thin blood?
I thought Damien had him.
No, he took the guy.
Yeah.
Where's the thin blood?
Wait, he only took the
There. Is the guy's twisted head? Is Big B
Oh
still there
my
in your room? He's just rotting. What?
I thought we dropped him off with Miss Stewart.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah,
it was
I
with
thought we
Miss Stewart.
did. I
All
was
right, all
like-
right.
So we just show her that we got him.
Okay, all right. I thought it was in
I'm
Scarlett's
not gonna
room,
have-
just festering there, rotting.
Oh,
Not my problem.
No. Anyway, yeah,
Okay, this is very
take
important.
my day sleep.
What you do, Scarlett? As you walk into your room and I guess you flip the light on or whatever, as you prepare for the evening, change into a more comfortable clothing, you would notice that on top of your bed, there is something very interesting, something you don't expect. There is a face down, rectangular shaped card.
I make sure that I lock the door, and then I grab the card and examine.
As you flip over the card. Mind you, on the back of it, you see a few sprinkles of stars along the frame. It is very, I guess, finely detailed in a certain way. But as you flip the card over, you see in front of you the face of a tarot card. There is golden color that kind of frames the entire card itself, the entire face of it. There is a crescent moon at the very back with a few stars, and at the very front of it, standing with a large what seems to be a rod is a black skeleton. Under the tarot card, at the very bottom, is the title of it. And it simply says, Death.
I keep the tarot card. Actually, I kind of do that. Put it away together with the black envelope, and then sit down, because this is guaranteed to be either a warning or a threat. But yeah, I keep in mind that I'll have to ask Toledo tomorrow for it. And I take my day sleep.
And Scarlett goes to sleep after a very eventful night. But that thought lingers in your head. That card. You don't know what it means. You don't know if it's a threat. You don't know if it's some sort of warning. But that thought lingers in your head that maybe, just maybe, this is nothing but an omen. Could be good, could be bad. We'll just have to find out in our next episode. As we'll call it there for the evening. I think that's a good place to stop. But yeah, that was rounding out the night. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today's today's episode. And yeah, I've been your storyteller. My name is Lou, for storyteller for Call of the Abyss. You can find me at Crescent's VTM. Storytelling for these wonderful people. Go ahead and introduce our next character, Toledo. Sorry, it's early for me. Jesus Christ.
I am Bully. I run games over at our channel Table Goth. I'm playing Toledo, who apparently has to murder Scarlett now for talking shit. When I'm not doing that, you can catch us. I'm running a Cults of the Blood Gods game over on the Onyx Path channel on Thursdays with some of our people and a couple other community members. So you should check that out. We just started last week, so get in while the going's good.
I'm Ethan. I've been playing Fletcher Wright, the Gangrel. I'm also starting a Vampire the Masquerade game starting tomorrow, 6:30 AEST. Although heavy Chicago by Night spoilers. If you want to follow this story, don't watch us stream at all. It'll be good. It'll be fun.
And I am Rena, playing as Scarlett Leanne. Fumbling around. Anyway, I do have another show coming on. I'll be every Monday, I think. Tuesday? 7:30 EST, I think. I'll be over at Gehenna ? We still haven't figured out some of the details, but we'll be starting Gehenna Academy soon, and I'll be playing in a Monster Hearts game as a really, really awkward human. But yeah, I'll announce more as we approach the thing, because it'll start first week of next month. And gaming sessions are back, you all. So tomorrow, 7 p.m.
You all.
What is this?
You
Trying to be
all.
Toledo?
No! Oh my god!
Y'all.
No!
Gaming's back on, y'all.
No, my friend. Oh god. I hate my friends.
You gotta
Anyway,
say you all. You gotta say the Texan way. You all.
like I said, I've got a lot of friends from the south that I work with, so Anyway, gaming sessions are back. Valheim, Dead by Daylight, whatever we feel like playing, we'll play it. No horror games this time. Maybe a little bit. We'll see if I'm drunk enough. But yeah. Every evening, 6:30 AEST. I'll see you. Anyway, I hope you guys
Professional
enjoyed.
streamer.
Everyone who watched me knows
extraordinaire.
that I am a really awkward streamer. But yeah, anyway,
Well, we can
I
tell.
hope you guys have enjoyed the
We can tell.
stream. They're bullying me again. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and we'll see you again next week. This has been Call of the Abyss. Bye!
Bye, guys.